very quickly for the first 30 seconds of this video, I am informing the new and usual viewers that there will be no main video next week on the 29th of December 2024, but a short thank you message instead, as everyone including me, the editor, is having a week's break. There will still be a short on Wednesday and Saturday, this and next week, plus any extra shorts that may get uploaded as well. Thank you for listening, and Merry Christmas. Hello, Merry Christmas, and welcome to the first episode of Holiday Heroes, a Christmas emergency, where a few special souls are tasked with trying to save Christmas from absolute disaster. Today with us we have Cass, Nathan, Rennie, and Velvet. And in that order, Cass, would you like to describe who you're playing?
I'm playing as Cass, the Christmas auxiliary system. He's a little alder gnome that was created as a gift from one of the kids because he wanted a robot that could work while the other elves sleep.
And Nathan, who are you playing?
Yes, I am playing the not quite so particularly liked individual known as Tootsie, a misfit elf, very tall for normal elves, about a 4'6" in height, and he is the guy you call when something's going wrong, when you can't figure out what's going on, something's about to break, something's about to mess up. He's the guy you call. You can never spot him without his little pipe, and you don't want to get on his bad side if he hasn't had any peppermint lately.
And for story reasons, we're going to jump over Rennie and go straight to Velvet. Velvet, who are you playing?
I can't help but notice that no one else has a silly name. Well, Tootsie kind of silly. But I'm going to preface this by saying Rennie's the reason I have this specific name. Well, part of the reason. I am playing Snow Jingle Candlebell, a Christmas magic elf. She's chill. She considers most people her friend. Well, it's not most, but she considers. I'm just gonna shut up. Just ignore everything I said. That's my character.
Oddly wholesome.
Okay.
The most wholesome character introduction ever.
Shush.
So, about an hour ago, you all received a letter in the stockings at the end of your beds. A letter inviting you urgently to head over to Wonderland One. As you are all... What's the word I'm looking for? As with many elves, or the beings that work in the Wonderlands around Christmas, you very much enjoy what you do. You wake up, you do what you do. This is what you're good at. And right now you're being called to do something that they seem to believe you will be good at, and that is exciting. Although it is, just for the smallest part, concerning to get an urgent invite. That doesn't happen. So you all spend around an hour or so travelling over to Wonderland One, and you find yourselves outside of a wooden cabin surrounded by Christmas tree-like trees, the tall evergreens. And there's a little stocking on the door, I didn't notice that. I didn't see that on the map before. I like that. Carved in above the door, you see just the words Miss Blue. And you know of Miss Blue. You all used to work for, or you still work for Mr. and Mrs. Green in Wonderland 2. You see no guards, the door is closed but not locked. You may enter, you may knock on the door, you may check around before if you'd like to go in.
I would like to knock.
Okay. You head over, and as you knock on the door, you hear very quietly, just, "Oh, come in." As she says that, the door swings open, just not aggressively, but slowly just opens to let you in, and the immediate warmth from the inside of the room is contrasting heavily against the very snowy exterior of the outside. As you head in, you can see on the inside it seems like a rather large wooden cabin with a roaring fireplace, the tops of the walls hanging with a multitude of tinsel ranging the whole rainbow. There's not one, but two Christmas trees, covered in large baubles. There are two large red stockings hanging up on the fireplace with the names Green and Red. And you see by a table next to the fire a tall-looking human. She seems humanoid, at least, with long limbs and pale blue skin with eyes dotted around, giving her a look like stars reflecting in a lake. You see, she's not looking up at you a moment. She's currently writing down on a desk, something on a desk. But see, she has long hair that's been braided tightly against the back of her head, and has long blue and white dress with snowflake patterning on it.
I don't think she could look up at us, honestly.
No, she could look up at me. Maybe. Depending. I don't know how tall
You
she is.
think that, but I shall put in the chat we've been using what she looks like.
I'll actually also put what my character looks like.
I guess I should say she wouldn't have to look down at me, I suppose.
She definitely will.
She definitely will? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, definitely.
Legally
She's
distinct.
not an elf.
Ice Queen.
Legally distinct, yep.
No, it's Ms. Blue.
My
You all-
jolly Miss Blue, I love your dress.
Oh, I thank you, dear. You were the ones who were called over, I assume. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and now she stands up from behind the desk, and she's, what, a good 8 feet tall.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
not an elf, but she's clearly not a human either, but she looks human. 2 hours ago, the toy shop, or more technically known as Wonderland One, had to be evacuated due to unforeseen circumstances. We do not know exactly what those circumstances are, and most of the elves are not capable outside of their own expertise. This is not a slight on anyone in particular, this is just how people are.
Of
And
course.
as she stands up, she walks over to a Christmas tree on the left side of the fireplace. It is worrying, you see, and she calls any of you over to come and look.
Oh, for
You can
sure.
all
I'll
come,
definitely
just
walk
one of you.
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyone else walking over?
I'm
Yes.
over.
As you walk over, you see she puts a hand against one of the baubles on the tree. And as you look at the bauble, you're used to seeing the reflections of baubles. They're a round surface to create interesting reflections, but you look into it, and you see not a log cabin, but a room that looks a lot like a reception, a front desk. And she turns to look at you and says, "These baubles are connected to all the baubles in the world, and through them I can see anywhere a bauble is, much like a camera the humans use. But all the ones in the toy shop have stopped working. The only one still working is the one connected to the front desk."
Is it still there?
I assume so, as she gestures to the bauble you're looking at, and you can see the room through it. If a bauble breaks, due to whatever reason, it loses its ability to act as a window for me. But for all of the baubles inside to break, that is unsettling. In fact,
Well,
there should be there should be a tree in every room. And each tree contains a multitude of baubles in case one or two of them does accidentally break, so all of them stop working together is not a good sign at all.
What do I see in the bubble that's still active?
Looking in, you see a large wooden counter with a little... It's like a plush covered stool behind it, but the floor seems to be made of quite a reflective looking wood. It seems like a very polished wooden floor. There is nothing that seems what you consider out of the ordinary looking in it immediately, except the fact that you can see the floor is covered in snow. But this is supposed to be the inside of a building.
Are the lights still on?
You do not see a light. It's not completely pitch black. There seems to be some sort of light coming in from outside. But there is no light or flames or anything keeping the room alight.
Can I look like extra closely?
Yeah, make either perception or investigation check.
I'll go for investigation because I have a +1 on that as opposed to a +0 on perception. That's a 14.
With a 14, it is quite hard to gauge details from these, as it's still a bauble shaped. So looking into it, it is reflected like it is on a sphere.
So fisheye lens, basically.
Yes, that's the term. Yes, it's quite fish-eyed, so it's quite hard to make out specific details. What I am proposing is, if you three could head in and try and find out what could possibly be wrong, and in the best case scenario, possibly fix the whole operation. You see, it's only a few days until Christmas, and the whole toy shop being shut down is worrying. We've called you specifically, as you are all more capable in, let's say, protecting yourselves. As I said before, many of the elves are good at what they do, but what they do is not necessarily powerful in the ways of defense or staying safe. You all have unnaturally high capabilities in those fields.
So, don't mind me asking, madam, but, you're expecting trouble from all of this?
Honestly, I do not know. My job is to watch over this whole operation, but currently I cannot watch over it as all of the baubles have stopped working. It
Well,
takes a lot of... To expect nothing at all would be silly of me. And I'd much rather be safe than sorry in this matter.
That's,
Hence why I called all of you.
very understood. I think you called the right people, though. We'll make sure to get it done.
Let's go save Christmas.
She
We can
nods.
try our best.
She nods and walks over to the two stockings hanging at the fireplace. Now, usually these are reserved for executives, but as this is an urgent matter, getting there quickly is most important. And she puts a finger against the name tag and swipes the finger to the side. And you see the words on the name tag zoom off to the side, and new words appear, like a wheel of names is hidden inside the stocking itself, before landing on W1 entrance. Is there anything you would like me to ask me before you head off, or are you all ready to go?
So, just to get things straight here, you want us to go see what happened, and if possible, get the operation back working. How are we supposed to relay this back to you if things go less than expected?
Yes. And she turns and takes one of the baubles off of the tree to hand to you. And in a hand you see, she just puts a hand out in front of herself, and a strange ice starts forming in her hand and swirls into the shape of a ball with strange designs inlaid into it. And she puts it on the tree, and it immediately hardens into a bauble. So through the one I have given you, I've connected it to this one here, and I'll be able to see what is happening on the inside. I may not be able to talk to you, but you can relay information back to me.
That's a very handy thing. Yeah. And he's gonna take the little bauble, and just sort of like put it on one of the little like pockets he has on his coat.
As she's doing that, she starts walking back over to the stocking again and goes, "Oh, just before you go, it is common practice for someone of managerial status to head in with what is essentially transfers into new locations to show them around. But as we do not wish to put any of our less specialized elves in danger," she puts her hand up and beckons towards a door that was just next to the Christmas tree she was pulling baubles from. Ginger, Ginger, could you come out, please? As a door opens, creaking in the winter cold. And Rennie, who are you playing?
I am playing Sir Cromley, a gingerbread man. Greetings, friends. I am Sir Cromley of the 8th Peppermint Brigade. I will post a picture of what Sir Cromley looks like from Children of Giants.
Do I know of these?
I was just about to
brigades?
ask that.
Make a... let's call it a history check.
Okay. All right. I'm good at that.
Since I've been here quite a while, let's say I'm old, would I get advantage?
I'm going to say yes, because specifically of what you are as a Christmas magic elf.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
Let's see here.
I rolled an 18.
I got a 12.
I got
Oh.
14.
Okay. So the 12 with the 12 and the 14, you would be aware of there are things that exist in the Christmas lands that don't necessarily conform to just being like an elf or whatever the Mr. and Mrs. colours are,
Mm-hmm.
such as Mr. and Mrs. Green and Ms. Blue. There are also beings that seem to be created, that have been given life. And you know that this can happen. You're not entirely sure how it happens with the 12 and the 14. But you know it's a thing that can happen. You can have living gingerbread, you can have nutcrackers who are walking around. But with the 18, you know more specifically through either whispers or just your life of not following the... Necessarily not following the rules is a harsh way of putting it, but not conforming to the rules.
He's a
finding
big
out
lad.
information.
He's got to have something to do.
And you are aware how these lives are given to these beings is they will take a holiday spirit and bind it to a physical form.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday spirits exist in all the holidays, through Christmas, through Halloween, through Easter. And they can be harnessed, essentially, by what are called holiday lords, such as Father Christmas, or the Easter Bunny and such.
Yeah, yeah.
And it seems to be one of these beings.
Do you think I would have heard of specifically of Sir Crumbly before? Has he had any specifically like recent things he's done that I may have overheard?
With an 18, I will ask Rennie, is there anything you've done recently that he may have heard about?
I don't actually quite know what I would say apart from, I don't know. He just takes a visage of an old-timey knight. He's part of the 8th Peppermint Brigade, which is also just a bundle of gingerbread men soldiers who fight off.
Have they done anything like at all that I would have heard about?
With the DM's permission, we probably fought off a recent, I'm not going to say siege, but a recent attack of negative Christmas spirits. People that the Grinch essentially fighting off of the Grinch and bad negativity. It's Christmas. Get your holiday spirits up.
Yeah.
Did you lose your gumdrops?
My gumdrop buttons.
But yeah. So then, as Sir Crumbly like introduces himself, Tootsie will kind of look over and be like, I don't know, I've heard of the work you and your men have done. Quite good job dealing with those nasty spirits there. They can be quite troublesome sometimes.
Absolutely. And by Saint Nick, I will fight off this negativity once more.
Very well. It's nice to have you with us.
He gives you a regal bow with his little salute at the end.
Tootsie looks like, not like too badly, but he looks kind of like physically shocked that someone is showing him this much courtesy. Doesn't seem like he gets it a lot. As he's just like, well, thank you. Anyway, unless there's anything else any of you other folks need to ask, I think we're ready to depart.
Let's go save Christmas.
Yeah.
And you
A
see there's
little about body walking away.
yeah, no. As you're walking away, you see Mrs. Blue just puts her hand back up, go, no, and she turns around and creates a small ladder, but which waves her hand, and the ice that she seems to just have control over innately forms a small ladder in front of the fireplace up towards the stockings.
Do I also have that sort of power? Or am I not that level?
You would probably have to use, like, active spells and such. She seems to just be doing it innately.
Okay, but theoretically I could learn.
Potentially. You're not entirely sure what she is. You know Miss Blue being... What this is sort of your work field, essentially.
Yeah.
It's your area of expertise. Is a being that's not really understood. There's Mr. and Mrs. Green, there's Mrs. Blue, there's Mr. Orange, are all named after colours, and they all reside over different things. and Ms. Blue seems to reside over Wonderland One and the toy factory. But they all seem innately powerful or magical beings. So to get to that point, you would have to also become a magical or magical? A powerful or magical being yourself. So it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely.
I see.
As you're walking over, and she gestures back to the stockings. These are our express delivery services. And you can see they are a good 3 or 4 foot wide, these stockings. These are usually kept for the executives or people who need to get places fast, in a hurry. And I'd say this is an urgent matter. And she's essentially trying to get you to go into the stocking.
I start marching up the stocking.
I would assume it is not matter, indeed. No, I will also go up.
As you head up to the top of the stocking, she goes, "Okay, so in you go, and remember to cross your arms across your chest."
I do so.
Yeah, put your arms across your chest, and you get into the stocking and immediately just slide. And you start sliding down these winding tubes.
Whee!
And after about 10 seconds or so, you can see these tubes are transparent. You can see you're looking into a massive open space with lots of tubes winding around each other, all spiraling all over the place, going out of through different holes in the walls, different places. It seems to be designed to very quickly send people all over the Christmas lands. And you find yourselves, after about a minute of travelling, at very high speeds, approaching a light rather quickly. I would like everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's go!
The first saving throw of the campaign.
Crumley's about to eat it.
I love it.
Dirty 20 for me.
I think my character just perishes upon impact. I got a nat 1.
I got a 12.
Okay. So, Tootsie, you fly out, and you fly out into the bright, open, snowy day, and immediately catch yourself midair, understand what's going on, and land. Sir Crummington, what was his name? Sir Crumley, that's his name, not Crummington. Sir Crumley and Cass both fly out and land in the snow and snag it and sort of fall over into the snow slightly. Gonna have to clean yourself off after that.
Oh, St. Nicholas!
However, Snow Jingle, it seems to be incredibly aerodynamic. And I'm built up a lot of speed in that tunnel, and she flies out on this end a good 15 feet into the air, which is high considering you're only about 3.5 foot tall. And you come back down.
Can I save myself?
I mean, you can try and do something. If you want to tell me what you want to try and do.
I have in my possession this wonderful little reaction spell called Featherfall. Do I think it's enough? Do I think it's high enough for that? To warrant
Featherfall
that?
cast instantly, it's a reaction.
Yeah, but do I think it's high enough to warrant Featherfall?
You don't think it's going to cause you damage? If that's what you're worried about.
Okay, then I might just try to brace instead.
Okay. As you're in, you're about to say 15 feet high, and you see yourself coming towards a massive snow pile as you try to brace yourself, and you just cannonball into this massive pile of snow, and everyone else watching, you just see her just disappear into this snow. Just straight into it, just goes.
She disappeared.
Miss Jiggles!
That's one way to make an entrance. Tootsie is actively smoking on the pipe now. Little a bunch of red and white smoke he just blows out of his mouth as he very calmly walks over.
Crumley's gonna head over and begin digging with his shield. Miss Jiggles! Good heavens!
As you start digging in, you see she's a good 5 feet into this snowdrift.
No. Can you hear my voice?
I'm still conscious, right?
Pardon?
I'm still conscious, right?
Oh yeah, no, no damage has happened. It's just.
I'm gonna use my cantrip Shape Water to just move the snow a way so I can get out of there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that works. You create a little tunnel for yourself as you're crawling out. Very nearly getting hit with the shields. He's trying to dig you out.
Did Mr.
Oh.
Did Sir Crumbly actually notice that she crawled out, or is he still digging?
I'm still digging. Miss Jiggles, I'm almost there.
Sir, taps on his shoulder.
Oh,
Don't worry, Sir Crumley. I'm fine. I'm just standing there.
oh. I thought the snow had taken you.
Oh no, it'll take a lot more than that to get me down for the count.
Oh, Crumbly
But thank you for worrying.
stop digging, pick up his his candy cane and his shield. Like, right, on to business.
What kind of shield is it?
If you look at the picture, it's just made of gingerbread icing and a big gumdrop button in the middle.
Fair enough.
It does have a little ornate design, though. On the shield, it looks like a snowflake.
Ooh, funky. Very pretty.
Well, if we're all ready then, folks, I think we should get on with it and try to figure this out as soon as possible. We do have Christmas to save.
Yes! Christmas is at stake!
And as you all turn to look at the building, you can see where you flew out of. There is essentially what is a mailbox, like a stand outside the front entrance that has a stocking on it. And that is what you clearly came through. You can see there's no tube in the stocking. There's clearly nowhere for you to go, but you do seem to go through it. As you go over and look at it now, however, it seems to just be a regular stocking. It seems whatever magic opened it is now closed again.
Oh,
Interesting.
I do love holiday magic.
It's quite the thing to experience.
I know. I do part of that. not something that grand, but
One
It's
day,
not my part.
one day, Miss Jingles, one day you will be very powerful.
oh, I hope so. I hope to
Believe
help
in
as
you.
much as I can.
It's on your wish list for Santa Claus.
Can you
I
put?
was made from wishless.
Oh! it does seem Crumley is very enamored with everybody. He's just very happy to be part of the team.
Lovely.
This whole time, Mr. Crumbly has been actually genuinely happy to be with Tootsie. Tootsie just seems very not used to that. It seems he's just kind of awkwardly standing there, pipe in his mouth in one hand, his other hand just shoved in his pocket, just doesn't know what to do.
Right. Where are we going, friends? I can call you friends, correct?
Of course.
We're all
Charlie,
friends here.
good.
Of course, I guess we just go through the front door. And just turns to the front
Should
door.
we knock?
As
Knock,
as you're having
knock.
this conversation, so as you're talking about this, you look, and what you're looking at is essentially a very small shed.
Oh,
Unlike the one on the screen, this one on the screen you're currently seeing is a much bigger one. It seems to be like a log cabin where Miss Blue seems to live. The one you're looking at now is small. It seems like it at most is a tool shed, of whatever kind, but you see engraved onto the door W1.
do we knock or do we just walk in?
Well, it is an emergency. I do say we can, go in there without announcing ourselves. In case there is something bad in there. Then we can goes.
As Cass knocks on the door, you see it, as you knock the door, it opens slightly. It seems to already be ajar slightly, and it just slides open, and you can see there's snow all on the floor in the entrance. So clearly this door's been open for a while.
Now, be careful, everyone. Let's take it slowly.
Something is afoot.
We don't want to slip on the ice.
This is very true.
I
I'll move you over to the map.
If you need me to move some ice for you, I can get it out of the way.
Ooh.
It's not all hidden, as you have someone here who has been in here before, mainly Sir Crumley,
So what's with the big hidden right there?
because he hasn't been in there.
Fair enough.
But other than that,
For that door, I do not know.
as you head into the room, it's the polished wooden floor covered in a thin layer of snow. There is a carpet in the center of the room that is very quickly getting sodden, and a long desk in front of you where someone would usually be sitting to greet you, but as you're aware, this place has been evacuated. You don't hear anything except the sound of the wind from the winter behind you.
So Crumley
lights-
will shut the
I
door.
close it.
Okay. As you shut the door, the room gets much darker very quickly.
I have dark vision.
It's not completely black, it's more dim light.
Well, I can see in
Dark.
that as if it's
Yeah.
perfect, right?
Crumley's going to cast light on his shield.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
brightening our day.
Of
A fellow
course,
lighthead.
friends, of course.
You
Salutes.
see Sir
Salutes
Cromley
right
as he
back.
puts his shield up in front of him, the gumdrop on the front of it lights up almost like a torch headlight.
Right. Friends, this facility this facility is rather big.
Quick, do CPR.
It's all right, Cass. It's all right. He's just having a moment. It happens.
Ooh,
I've already back.
To our right is the quality assurance and the workshop. To the left is the cafeteria, bits and bobs, the garage, and the sorting room. And I believe present pickup is on the way.
Very well. What about right there? And he points to the door right
I've
behind
never
the
been in that
desk.
room.
Why not?
I'm not quite sure.
I'm gonna go and
I'm gonna say
up-
I'm gonna go over there and see if the door's unlocked.
I was gonna put my ear up against the door, see if there's anything inside.
Make a perception check against seeing if you can hear anything inside. To see if it's locked or not, you just have to check it.
Yeah, I'll check after she
I got an
finishes listening.
I got 18.
18. It is
Yes.
silent, and you're sure there's nothing. You can't hear anything in that room.
There's nothing in here. We should be free to open it.
Okay, I'll push on the. Are all the doors and stuff in here normal elf sized, by the way?
Yeah, well, some of them they're actually probably like more human-sized. For there are also beings that aren't just elves who come through
It's
occasionally.
just
and have
extra
to-
handles all the way up for different heighted
Yeah.
beings.
Yeah, Tutsi is like concerned, like I won't be able to fit in here, and then he like notices, he's like, I'm good. And
This
he's gonna
place
try
is
to.
large. When you said you entered a small shed. This front room alone is bigger than the exterior of this shed.
Yeah, I imagine we're used to this. We know how things work here. But yeah, I'm just gonna push on the door, see if it's unlocked.
It seems to be unlocked.
Be careful,
I will-
friends. I've never been in that room.
Is there like a keyhole or anything in this door,
Yes,
or is it just
you
a flat
see
door?
all of the doors have keyholes. It seems that this place might get locked occasionally, although it seems to be used constantly, and there's not many people who tend to be able to break in, so they don't usually have to worry about it.
Can I look through the keyhole to see if I spot anything in that?
Make
in that room
a
before
perception check, we'll say with disadvantage, because it's a small hole you're looking through. Even though the keyholes are quite large, it's still a small thing you're looking through. Into a dark room.
Yep. With disadvantage, it's a 16.
16. Looking into the room, you can immediately see something that might throw you off a little bit.
Okay.
You're used to elven architecture, let's call it, looking like the room you're in now. It's all very wooden, log cabin-y. Occasionally, they'll have a slightly more mechanically inclined room for whatever purpose it needs to have. Looking in here almost looks like what the humans would call a computer room? You don't have computers. Everything's
Yeah.
on pen and paper still.
As he looks through, he. Oh, go ahead.
You see in the room, also it's strange, huddle-looking things. It's hard to tell because it's a very dark room, and all of the colours are slightly off anyway. It seems to be like dark puddles and such around the room.
He kind of looks through and he goes, now everyone, I do advise caution. There's something very weird in the store. It seems what the humans would call a computer room
Is it?
inside.
Is you sure it's wise to open the door?
I mean, we have to figure out what's going on, and let's just say this is of a similar setup of what the humans would use. This might be able to tell us exactly what happened here.
Well, listen, I hope we don't end on the naughty list.
I'm immune to diseases, so I won't get a virus. Let's go in.
All right, yeah. And I'll kind of step aside and be like, you'll
I
take the lead
appreciate
on this.
joke. So, who's it opening the door?
I'll do it.
Okay. You open the door and immediately see the room is dark, but I shall still remove this token if I can remember how to do that. It is a token. There you go.
Ew.
As you open the door, the light from Sir Crumley's shield immediately illuminates the room. And you can see this room is full of like, little knobs and levers, and some very big levers. And it seems this room probably controls other places in this building. Like I said, without a check, you can tell like you've seen them using like big levers and such in other places to do similar things. But it seems very...
What is this dark substance?
A lot.
I'm gonna go check.
Make a... I'm going to give you 3 options. Oh, no, I'll give you 2 for the moment. Make a history or an investigation check. Or actually, or a survival check.
Survival.
Sir Crumley is also going to cast Detect Magic.
I got a 10.
Okay. The 10... It looks like a strange black mud. But it's like almost pitch black, which is weird. With the Detect Magic, it's like you're casting it as a spell or as a ritual, just immediately just doing it.
It's part of his lineage, so it's immediate.
You can just do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic, and immediately in the room, you feel magic. Quite a lot of magic here. You feel it from Snow Jingle next to you. You feel it coming out of Cass. You also feel it. You also see it coming out of you. But you don't sense. Well, it's strange. Looking at the black sludge stuff, it's almost like it's sucking magic out. Like it's almost like a void of magic, not devoid, a void of magic.
Since Mr. Crumley is not the brightest, I'm not going to assume what real Rennie thinks this is. So, friends, this is odd. This sludge is devoid of all magics. That sounds like Theodore all of a sudden.
Well, to be fair, sounds like something Theodore would deal with.
It's not devoid. It's a void of magic. It seems to be pulling magic in.
Yes, rewind. It's a void of magic.
Can I try to tell what it is? Because I kind of spaced out for a moment.
You can, but what are you trying to tell from it?
What is it? Apparently it's a void of magic.
I'd say make a Arcana check, then, because...
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What this is essentially condensed, like, anti-spirit. It's anti-cheer as a physical form.
Oh, that's not good.
It's very not good. You don't see this anywhere. This is extremely rare.
Sir Crumley.
Yes.
You fought off bad. What did you call them? Bad cheer? No, what?
Anti-cheer. Those who do not have any cheer of Christmas.
Yes. If I'm correct, I think this is a form of that physicalized. That's not a word, but let's go with it.
This is not good, friends.
Yeah, that's very not good.
I'm going to step inside. I just want to take a, like, not stepping in the stuff here, but I just want to take a look around and see if I can spot, like, where, we know it's here. I want to see if it got out to anywhere else, essentially, if there's a way it could have gotten out of this room.
Like, some way that isn't the front door.
That is, yeah, some way that isn't the way we just came. Like a vent or something like that.
Make an investigation check as you're, like, carefully scouring the room, trying to find information.
Alrighty. That is going to be a... okay. 29.
So you rolled a 19, alright.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm going to say, with the utmost confidence, that this building is designed very well. As you're looking around, you see the walls are expertly crafted. There's no breaks, there's no There's no little fissures thing to get through. You don't see any vents in the room. But as you're looking, you see very, very faint traces of similar black substance leading both ways out of the room, but they're so minute that only someone trained in this would be able to notice it. It seems to have come into from here and back out and maybe moved around the facility.
Yeah. He's like kneeling down at it, looking around, takes a puff of the pipe there, and just, well, whatever happened here, whatever this stuff is or where it came from, it started here and then seems, he kind of turns and looks out past them all, to have diverted both ways back into both directions here.
Crumbly's gonna enter the room and I'm gonna have a look at some of the levers and switches.
I will say, as you enter the room, you immediately don't like how it feels in here.
I don't like this.
Like, even Cass also had a similar feeling when into the room. He didn't. It felt instinctively wrong to be there. For the elves, it's different. But for things that are powered by, essentially, the Christmas spirit, being in a room of anti-spirit, it feels wrong.
I don't like it in there.
It feels uncomfortable.
Looking at the levers, you see there's also some of the strange substance inside the actual, like, consoles. I say consoles, it's not actual computers. It's like places with, like I say, there's knobs and levers and such, but there's no screen. It's just you have to know what everything does.
Is there any writing to indicate what would go where?
No. As I said, this place is expertly crafted, not intelligently designed.
Is there a big lever?
There are two big levers. There's one on the machine to the left, machine-looking thing.
Which is the biggest lever?
They're about the same size.
I'm going to pull what I presume is the biggest lever.
Probably the one at the bottom. It has the most space to maneuver.
I'm just going to pull it.
Machine. You're going to pull it, and it's not the easiest thing to pull in the world. This is a big lever. This lever's a good 3 feet long. You sort of jump up and grab onto it and just try and pull it down. You've got no grip on the floor to do it. You do get there, but as it's pulling, you're hearing it clunking, and the vents on the lever, or the vents on that machine thing, start just oozing the same black substance, and there's no magic coming out of this thing right now.
This is not good, friends. It has been sapped from this place. The magic, the Christmas spirit. He begins to look a little distraught.
We have to bring it back.
We have to save Christmas.
We have to.
I will say one thing you do know is this place doesn't run on the electricity. It runs on the populace's... Much like that legally film I'm not allowed to say out loud, it runs on... I'm just going to cut that bit out and try a different sentence. It doesn't run on electricity. It runs on, essentially, the combined energies of people's feelings of Christmas.
The Christmas spirit.
Which is also, thinking about it, seeing this in here, this is sapping that energy. This is something that is actively fighting against essentially the holiday vibes.
Friends, the vibes are off. I do not like this.
Now, this, I imagine, the reason, or at least part of the reason why things aren't working here is this contamination. We'll have to get this cleaned up one way or another, but I do have a feeling that whatever caused it may still be in the building. We should probably investigate further.
Which way do you propose, good friends of mine?
To the left.
Which is the workshop? Oh, the corridor. Yes.
The door's open. When I say open, it's like slightly ajar, but all the doors seem open, and I see there's also some snow in here. Nowhere near as much as the front desk, but it's still blown through a little bit. But it's not covered by the floor by any means, it's just a speckling of snow.
The tree's knocked down.
No,
as the others are going through that door, can I just real quick look through this desk and see if anything is missing or if anything's been messed with at the front desk?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh boy, yeah. 25.
25. You very quickly and expertly look through this desk, trying to see if as you said, anything's missing or messed with. It doesn't seem anything is gone. But what you would assume to be there is there, but it isn't necessarily. A lot of it's just essentially work orders.
Gotcha.
Like, okay,
So
we
there's
need this
nothing
many
out of
presents
the.
for that country by this time, and it's all like a logbook and such like that, and letters from different stations about different things that they might need sending back and forth if they need some extra elves helping in here, or send some elves over to help somewhere else. Nothing seems missing though.
So there's nothing that would indicate that they had been aware something was going on until they were evacuated, essentially.
It seems so.
Interesting. Okay. I'll follow the others in then.
This whole place shut down only about 2 hours ago. They got you in quickly because of the urgency of how close it is to Christmas.
Gotcha. It is quite strange that nobody here was aware of anything going on, especially of that magnitude, until they were evacuated.
Seems quite sudden.
Unless that mess that we found happened after they were.
It's hard to tell. You didn't see any, like, footprints or in the weird... I'm going to call it ink for the moment, because it's an easy way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's like the black mud. There was no footprints or signs of a scuffle in Trinity. It's just there.
Cromley's going to open the sorting room door.
Okay. You open the sorting room, and you see a room full of presents. This is a room that you feel, unlike the other room, this feels nice. This is a room of almost exclusively
the vibes
positive Christmas
exquisite.
vibes.
Exquisite vibes. I'm going to look around the various the presents, and I'm going to check these baubles on this Christmas tree.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
I am terrible at this.
It's not a very high check.
Help me.
Context.
That is 15 plus 3, Mr.
Yeah,
Cromley.
it was 10 to check.
Oh.
Looking at this, all of the on the floor around it is just a collection of shattered baubles.
Oh, the baubles.
The lights that should be lighting up the tree are not being powered. It is essentially at this moment a tree. That's all.
Would I know how to turn them back on?
Make a... I say Arcana check, because this is...
Oh no. Friends, help! Help
Well,
me.
this is specifically it's magic powering them.
That's an 8.
No, you don't know.
Friends, this tree is off. I need help.
I'm on my way.
As he says that, I think I'll check. Is the same evident with this tree that I'm next to?
Yes. Your passive investigation, you will notice, just
Gotcha.
being near it, that all of the baubles around the base of this tree are also shattered.
Do I see any of that weird, like, ink around this tree?
I'm going to, just for this specific check, 'cause I'm not going to the next room yet, keep the previous one.
Uh-huh.
Little bits. Like, almost like... You know how you see, like, dew on the grass in the morning, and it's just faint bits of light? It's like that, but of just almost pure blackness. Just faint little dots on the tree.
Snow Jingle.
Yes.
I spot some of that weird ink, I'll call it for now, upon these baubles here. I think whatever caused the carnage in that other room may be responsible for this as well. Do you notice anything odd? I know you're the more connected to the magical ongoings here.
I am going to crouch down and I'm going to pick up one of the baubles with the ink on it
Okay.
and like inspect it.
Inspect it for what?
Anything? I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out what you are looking for on it.
The spirit of
if you're trying
Tootsie.
to find out, if you're trying to find out magical things about it, it'd be an Arcana check. If you're trying to find out what potentially broke it, it would be. It'd probably still be Arcana. Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Okay. That's a 9. Oh boy.
You look at this bauble. It is a shame. It hurts you a little bit inside to see these things are broken, but you can't quite tell what has broken it or why it's broken. Because these are... You saw what created the baubles. It was Miss Blue. You know she is powerful. Something is breaking these baubles. Like, intentionally. Some breaking occasionally is an accident. That can happen. But something breaking this many of them... something created by such a magical person... I'll say you know that whatever's breaking it is very magical, but you have no idea what it is.
I'm gonna... Can I, like... I'm gonna touch things.
Yeah, you touch it, and it feels velvety. You look at it, it has the texture. Almost looking at it, it's quite thick. It's almost mud-like looking at it. But you feel it, and it feels almost smooth and velvety.
Me. It doesn't hurt or sap my magic or anything.
With the small amount you're touching currently, no. There's only very small amounts on this.
Do I feel like it would do something if it was larger amounts?
It feels like it might do something. You're not made of magical energy. Though.
Fair.
You have magical energy in you. You are a elf, though. And elves are still physical beings.
Yeah.
You're not purely made of magic. If the other two touched it, being the two in the other room, it could be worse, as they are powered by, essentially, magic.
Holiday cheer. Yeah.
Yes, you feel it might, if you get hit with enough of it, suck out some of your magic. In mechanical terms, you may lose some spell slots.
Oh boy.
If you get hit with a lot, if you basically touch a lot of it, but in small amounts, it's not strong enough to fight. Your constitution in understanding magic is strong enough to fight off small amounts of it.
I'm going to yell to the other room, to the other two, don't touch the ink.
The ink!
What the stuff? I don't know.
The stuff that doesn't like magic. You being powered by magic probably shouldn't touch it.
St. Nicholas.
I can't guarantee you would be able to walk away from touching it.
The two very magical beings immediately leave this tree alone. I don't like this.
I will say, while you were in that room, it was more difficult for... Who here has dark vision?
Me.
Okay. So you two can see fine, even without a light. The other two, you are in dim light currently. It is essentially, there are shadows covering everything, but it's not so dark you can't see. It's just a bit harder to make things out.
Gotcha. Okay.
There is the occasional light source, which you are understanding is from windows, not from actual light sources in the building itself.
Okay.
What are our plans, friends?
I think whatever happened in that room also affected the baubles. I say we go through the building, we search it thoroughly, as whatever happened here, or whoever this was, is definitely trying to disrupt operations, and I'm betting on the fact of they just stick around to make sure that they stay disrupted.
They're definitely on the naughty list.
I would assume so. They exude, they drip a anti-cheer sludge.
So I'm gonna real quick peek into this. Where does this lead, Sir Crumbly?
This is the cafeteria.
I'm gonna peek inside here, see if I see anything. And I'm gonna push on the door, see if it opens. I'm assuming it does.
It does. It seems none of these are locked. Even though they have keyholes, so they might be locked, but they seem they're not being locked at the moment.
Gotcha. So I'll just step in here and have a look around, see what I see.
Okay. I'm not making you make a check for this first bit, as you're looking just generally at the room. You see there are tables. There's a lot of tables. It's not just 3. This is just so it's easy to fit on a map. This is a large open cafeteria. It seems people working in this building, no matter where they're working, will come over here to eat, possibly all at the same time. And there's enough seats to also accommodate that. And you see on the tables there are plates of essentially no food. There's no food left on any of these tables. It seems, as you would know, when elves come to have their midday meals and such, They do not leave anything behind.
So this nothing happened during a meal then?
Elves tend to enjoy whatever it is they're doing. They're inherently happy.
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Crumley's looking for his fallen brothers, the gingerbread men.
Make a either investigation or perception check.
We're gonna go with perception. Because my investigation is 1 less. Oh, that's 6 plus 4.
Plus 10, to be fair. Looking for something so small in such a big room is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
On the tables, there is nothing left behind. There's not even crumbs on the tables. It's beautifully clean.
Mm.
You see the food preparation station behind you.
Preparation station, I love that.
And you see ingredients.
Oh,
You don't
no.
see any gingerbread men.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I thought they were. Mind, I can't remember the massacre.
Hey, are you all right, Sir Crumbly?
If he could sweat, he's sweating.
But,
Well, at least
sorry,
we
go on.
know that they weren't interrupted during a meal.
That's very important. Wouldn't want any elf to go without their food.
Oh, have you seen an elf without their food? They go quite mad.
But
That's what I'm saying.
it does mean that it was during the full operation hours, meaning they disrupted manufacturing in the middle of its tracks. This is not good. This is not very holly jolly.
But yet no one reported anything until they were evacuated. Which would indicate everything was working fine until
Suddenly.
they were... I mean, operations couldn't have stopped until after they were evacuated. You would think, unless they didn't report a malfunction, but that's just not... I know quite a few workshop elves. They would definitely not let a malfunction go unattended.
Well,
So,
if there's a malfunction, I'll repair it.
does this raise any suspicions of a cahoots?
It could be, but... I mean, there's not many elves that would do such a thing unless there was someone else here that we aren't aware of.
Questions to the DM. What is the time on the clock?
Time on the clock is about 5 p.m.
Is the clock still moving?
It seems to be. The clock seems to possibly be a mechanical clock, not a magical clock, in the same way that elves can still use some sort of mechanical things. They don't necessarily run on electricity. It has the cogs. If things can be made out of cogs, there's a chance that the elves might use it.
So,
And clocks are...
DM.
Yes.
Does that mean it's 5 p.m. right now?
That would make sense to when you came in.
Then how is it still daylight?
It's Christmas lands.
Yes.
Magic!
Magic! Yes!
You do know that... I'll say in the conversation with the colour people earlier, that's a horrible way of putting that. with
The magic manager
with the
role.
Mr. and Mrs. Colours.
No, that's even worse.
They're all named after colours. I don't know what else to say.
The managers.
No, they're not managers. They all reside over different things, not necessarily just here.
Mm.
And
the
there-
totally
Mr. and
legally
Mrs. White.
distinct Fae.
Mr. and Mrs. White both reside over the weather.
Yeah.
And it's possible that they are just... From your dealings with being a Christmas magic elf, which is the rarest type of elf.
Ooh. I'm special.
You would know that there are certain areas...
very confused.
There are certain rules of the real world that are broken in in places where the holiday lords reside, such as the Christmas lands. They basically choose if they want it to be day or night time. It's very much, we're working in the day, it's night time, let's go bed. And they just they cut off the times. It's
not
still
like there's
light.
It's not like there's a sunrise or a sunset. You're saying it's basically just either day or night.
Yes.
Cromley will look to everybody else and where's our next stop, friends?
I'm gonna say as you're leaving the room, if anyone wanted to actually check the room for things, you could do some checks.
Oh, yep.
But yeah, because I was just giving you the basics when you looked into the room.
Yeah, I'll check the room and see if there's anything amiss.
What specifically? Like you just trying to
any
scout
more
the
of
room,
that-
or are you going into a specific area?
I'm gonna check the food preparation station.
Okay.
See if there's anything amiss, because if something happened there, something was messed with, maybe that's why they didn't notice anything going on.
Okay, make an investigation check. The likelihood of you passing this is very high.
Yes, I would say so, with a +10 to investigation. That could have been bad. That's a 14.
I will say you do notice it because you're in the food preparation station. You're specifically, I'm assuming, looking at food.
Yeah.
Okay. You do notice you're looking at the food that hasn't been eaten because it's not been prepared yet.
Mhm.
All seems to have wilted. Almost
Hey.
as if it's, let's say, the life energy from them has just been drained out and they've just been left. They're not rotted, but they are wilted. Like, it is sad to look at.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Yes.
A second. This food looked strange to you guys at all?
It looks rather sad.
It looks old, I suppose.
Yes, but this stuff is, again, only a few hours old at the least. Like,
Yes.
So the thing we're dealing with is rather powerful.
and it's specifically looking for sources of energy or life, it seems, to put it in easy terms. We should be on the lookout for stuff like this. Maybe we can find out where it went. I imagine this would have been the first place it went to, and then moved on from here.
With what Tootsie is saying, is there anywhere in this building where there would be a concentration of this energy that Cromley would know about?
Negatively or positive, like.
Where there'd be a lot of this like happy Christmas life magic.
That would be in the present pickup room.
Cromley, friends, there is in the center of this facility. There is a room called the present pickup, where a lot of this life and energy is kept. I believe that should be our next stop.
We should go there.
Well, it
Good
seems
things
like the
what's
best place to check there.
Before we do, are any of you well versed with the Christmas magics? That sounds like more and more Theodore is coming out.
I am.
I'm a cleric.
I believe you both should look at the mechanisms when we reach that room. I believe that should be your priority.
Of course. I will look at whatever seems like it needs to be looked at.
And Cromley will lead everybody to present pickup.
Okay. Where did you say you put the bauble on your body, by the way? There's too many B's in that sentence.
For the tracking one, the one that
Yes.
it's like on a pocket on my jacket, probably like about chest height,
But
I'd say.
it's hanging off it, looking out. It's not in your
Yeah,
pocket.
it's not in my pocket. It's hanging on the pocket.
How often are you checking that?
I feel like I'd keep it. I feel like I'd keep an eye if it did anything weird. Like, it's been on me long enough now that if it was doing anything strange, I'd notice.
As you're thinking that to yourself, so I rolled insanely high. You go to check it to make sure everything's working fine, and you can see it's almost melting. It's unforming.
He just like swipes it off of his pocket. Bad things happening to the bauble.
No,
And-
Very bad
Miss
things.
Blue cannot see our progress.
Can I try
Unlike
to-
the other ones that have been shattered, I'm just going to specify this quickly. Unlike the other ones being shattered, this one is straight up dissolving into that strange black liquid. It seems you got hit with a lot of it and you don't know when.
Oh no.
Friends, keep eyes peeled. My what are my eyes? Icing are on point.
Because that's what happens when you roll a 35 on stealth.
Goodness,
God, there's no way
Thank
I could
you.
have beat that.
something is afoot.
Everyone check yourself. See if you've been hit.
I'm checking.
Yeah, Tootsie is now actively checking the rest of himself. Like, oh.
Crumley is frightened.
I'm not going to make checks for this. You're all just looking through your own body.
Okay.
I will say, as you're looking now, part of your shield also got hit, and it is lighting the way, and it's like crumbling off the front and the bottom. You can see there's part of the black stuff inside it. What are you going to do?
I have had detect magic on the entire time.
This has happened very immediately. Like something came through fast and hit you. This happened from there to there.
Would my detect magic have picked anything up?
Make a perception check. This is going to be a lower than 35 due to the fact you basically magic things light up.
You said perception?
Yes.
18 total.
Perception.
18. Okay, I'm going to roll with half of the stealth modifier against that. For a moment, this also just happened as you see the bauble fall. If you see out the corner of your eye, I'm going to put it in the chat, and I've also put it on the video as well.
Oh.
Just for a moment, this horrible looking. The thing about this strange black liquid is unlike how detect magic normally works, where you see a energy around the object. It almost sucks in light from around it. It's doing the opposite of doing that. And just for a moment, as you see something at almost lightning speed and just fly from the doorway past you, you see this strange thing just out the corner of your eye, but only through your detect magic do you see this strange black mass. No one else saw anything.
There's a beast! He says that the minute he sees it.
Where?
Huh?
It was in the corner of my eye. There was a blob, an amalgamation of ooze.
No, where did you see it go anywhere?
No, it was so fast. It was lightning fast. My shield! And he drops his shield for a moment.
And you see, it's just maybe it's because you saw it for a moment. You instinctively recall it the way it just took out just a little bit at the bottom. It's not affecting the shield's AC, but you can see the bottom of it is quite heavily damaged. Right, like part of it's crumbled off.
No, this is not good, friends. We are up against a mighty beast of ooze.
Tootsie in the back, just nervously puffing on his pipe now.
Chain smoking.
Yeah.
Keep your wits about you, friends. There's something in here with us that is evil.
Can I
Evil.
get everyone to quickly make me a history check?
I can do that, yeah.
I'm adding them all together. This is a group check.
15.
17.
11.
What was it? History?
Yes.
Yes.
17.
Okay. It's weird. All of you, from the descriptions of what he said, from what's happening, from the ominous energy, you all slightly, not completely, start getting an image of something in your head, much like the image I showed to Sir Crumley. It's almost like a memory is appearing in your head of something, but it's just not quite there yet.
Something is afoot.
As you're talking, though, you're now starting to hear something in the distance. Well, before, this entire time it's been silent. Non-mechanical's working. You're not even hearing birds from outside because the windows are closed. It is... The only sound you can hear is the wind echoing down the hallway from the open doors. And then suddenly, you hear... I'm not sure exactly how to describe where it is. It could be... I'm going to draw on the screen really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wrong thing.
The ooze!
It's back!
How do I draw a line?
That's the little
There it is.
pen, yeah.
Freehand. I had it on rectangle. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, I just got it filled. It's 'cause I'm an idiot. It's fine. You hear sounds coming from basically anywhere from that direction. Like you hear it through the door, but you hear it to your right.
Sir Crumley picks up his damage shield and draws his candy cane. Fence, arm yourselves.
You look over and I also have a candy cane.
I also have one.
Very good.
You guys turn, all expecting Tootsie to like pull out a candy cane, but he just pulls out a legally distinct foam blaster.
No.
I should not. I'm not pulling out my candy cane. I'm pulling out my lollipop.
Is that a hammer or an axe?
A spear. Hey, don't blame me. Rennie's the one who said it.
It's all good. So, what are you doing?
Crumley is going to take point, brace the shield against the door, nudge it open.
You nudge it open, and as soon as you look into that room, your heart sinks a little. And anyone else who also looks into that room after him,
Oh no.
you see the sleigh. Big red sleigh, and it seems to be heavily damaged.
I need to fix it.
Be careful, Cass. There could be a devil. I don't. What's a nice way of saying there could be a goblin afoot?
Mending.
A little Krampus.
Evil spirit.
Evil spirits.
Mending.
I will.
This is a very magical item, and mending struggles against very high-level magical items, I believe. But you can try and fix up. I'll let you do mending with a. Let's call it a.
It can't restore magic, but it can repair it physically.
Okay. So you start repairing bits. The feet of it have been snapped off, and you try repairing them to be attached back onto it, and you over a good. It'll take you at least 10 or 15 minutes to piece all the bits back together that you can do. There's some pieces that are just simply too big to fix, at least right now. But at least superficially, you've fixed quite a lot of it.
I'm going to look around this entire room then and see if I can see that thing
You make a
that was
perception
described.
check, as I will say, this is no longer just being. This isn't just a random spirit. You have a feeling that it's clearly of some sort of negative Christmas being or negative holiday being.
Is it
This
the
isn't just some random being. Some random being would not have the strength to damage such a extremely powerful magical artifact such as Big Red Sleigh.
Say, nothing can just touch the sleigh. I rolled a natural 20 for a total of 28 on the perception check.
You also see, as he's fixing it, there are the oozing, the black liquid seems to be almost dissipating from this thing. Even though this anti-magic, essentially, this anti-spirit has hit this sleigh, the sleigh is also just innately so magical, it's fighting it off in parts. And it's almost just dissipating in the room. Looking in the room, you see, once again, signs going this way. Almost like at the doorway. The doorway's been pushed open. Well, this doorway is very open, by the way. Unlike the rest of them, it seems this has been pushed open aggressively, and it's not closed again.
Okay. But nothing in this specific room has...
Not in this room, no.
So
what
Crumbly...
I'll say as you're travelling around, if you look into the next room as well, I'm going to speed this up a little bit, just for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
If you're following the ooze, you follow it to this pipe, and it seems to disappear into this pipe.
Which one? Sorry, I don't see...
This one.
Oh, okay.
And you understand basically how it works. That is the coming from the workshop to push all the presents into this room for that to be taken to the sleigh. So it seems to have, whatever it is, has gone from there into the workshop.
So it would be going through that pipe into here,
Yes.
essentially? Okay. So Crumley,
Yes.
whatever that thing was, I think it is pushed deeper into the workshop. What is behind that pipe right there? And he points to that pipe.
That would be the workshop.
So that's what it's just called, the workshop.
Yes, the workshop is attached to quality assurance.
Gotcha. I think we need to go there. Is there another way there, or do we have to go all the way around?
We can go through the tubes.
I don't know if I want to touch that stuff. He points to the black ooze, like, in the tube.
This tube, he points to the one a little bit further, and this tube all lead back to the workshop. And Crumman looks at you all tubes lead back to where we once need to be, the workshop and quality assurance.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the tube. Does it feel... Do I feel like I could fit in the tube?
It's a rather large tube. You are big on the map, just so you can see it. These like conveyor belts are a good 6 feet across.
Oh wow, okay.
So there's a lot of toys being made on them.
I was told check the mechanisms. I will check the mechanisms.
Make a... Let's call it an Arcana check.
I'm glad everything is an Arcana check.
Oh, goodness
So
gracious!
It's Arcana or... it's be both. Arcana and Perception. Because Arcana is just to understand what it is. Perception to see if there's anything wrong with it.
Okay, well, that's a 10 for Arcana and an 8 for Perception. I rolled bad.
With the Arcana, you can tell what's supposed to be coming out of here, magically. This is...
And it isn't there.
Yeah, well, if it is, it's not strong enough to run the facility. This is basically the inner workings of the facility, of where all the magic is pushed through to make everything work. And it's not enough magic here to actually power it. Which is very odd. This place is a siphon for positive, like, the goodwill of Christmas. And something's stopping the siphoning.
I see. It's not good, is it?
It is not.
What's happening, Miss Jingle?
I can't tell for sure, but something's definitely wrong.
Everyone's just climbing into the tubes.
Yeah.
I'm climbing.
Yeah,
we have to save Christmas.
I'm not making you make a check for this. You can just get through the tube. You can crawl through the tubes. What you do notice, however, not a negative thing. This is Tutsi will notice because he's going through that tube at the bottom. The sorting room is there. The room where they put all of the name tags and such, and where they're going to, and basically the parcel room. Doesn't have a door connecting to present pickup.
So they only shove
That might
stuff
be a
through the
recent
tube.
thing. They have to go through the tube sometimes. It seems these tubes may have been made wider to accommodate for elves being going through the tubes because they haven't put doors in the right place.
They haven't put doors there. Okay. Yeah. As he comes out of the tube, he just kind of says to everyone, like, I think that tube particularly was used specifically to let people walk around.
I have seen many an elf climb through the tubes.
Okay, I'm going to stop Cass where you are for a moment. Everyone else can keep moving if you would like to move to where you'd be in the room.
So it definitely would be going just along the thing here.
Bear in mind, just where you are, this that specific conveyor belt is approximately 20 feet off the ground. The rest of them, like, these ones are lower down, these ones are higher up. The ones with presents on are higher up because they're coming from quality assurance.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to head towards quality insurance, but I'll stop here.
As you're heading this way, you both from where you, Cass and Tutsi, both from where you're stood, see a heavy amount of the black goo stuff right there in the entrance between.
Don't move. You're still in the present pickup.
I know.
Be careful of that tube because there's stuff in it.
Dangerous tubes.
I'm just spacing out. Where's Tootsie? Oh, there he is.
It's surprisingly well camouflaged.
Yeah, it just blended in.
Yeah, genuinely, he does look like he just belongs here.
He has the holiday pass. He's able to blend in.
Technically, he does belong here.
Yes.
Well,
is that a joke I have to cut out?
No, he's a toy maker. He works in a place like
No,
this.
he has a holiday pass. He fits in. Just feels like a weird.
Oh no!
I'm not sure if
I'm making jokes about gaming where they have holiday skins and they just blend into the Christmas parts.
Okay. I will say the next actions are quite important. As you see a hard collection, like of the black goo stuff
Hard. Huh?
right there.
Damn.
I can't think of the word for it. There is a large amalgamation of it.
Solid.
Compared to everywhere else, yes, it's more solid. It almost blocking that whole tube section.
Hmm.
I'm
gonna try to-
flames it.
I'm gonna try to poke it with my spear. My
That is a good 20 feet off the ground.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
here-
I'm gonna put away my spear, and can I try to cast frostbite at it?
I'll let you cast Frostbite because it's a range spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got 60 foot of range. I don't think this blob can make a Constitution saving throw, can it?
Well, it might be able to. Don't.
I'm gonna
don't
say
discredit it yet.
no for the moment.
Oh no!
Now, as you make contact with it, the blob-looking thing almost rescinds into the shadow because there's not much light there.
Oh.
I need you all to make one more history check.
Oh, no.
This is a combined check of 40. The more clues you find, the lower it's gotten. So everyone together.
That is a. What is my history? A dirty 20 for me.
13 from Sir Cramley.
What we roll?
History.
History. Okay. 16.
And yeah. Suddenly everything's starting to click. There is only one thing that you can think of that produces so much almost hatred towards the holiday. Something powerful enough to stop this from being a siphon for Christmas spirit, to actively damage the sleigh. And as the image of this being comes to your mind, just as the name is about to pass your lips, you hear a voice from the shadow. To see me, you must believe in me. Do you believe now? As we're going to take a break.
Oh,
Take a break with them.
this is not very holly jolly.
During the break, I would just like to say, if you are enjoying this video and are new, please drop a like and a subscribe. All the interactions we get show us you like what we do, and helps keep us motivated to keep these projects going. Thank you. We are back from our break with the strange... let's call it man for now, appearing from the shadows. I'm going to move us across to a different map so you can place yourselves where you think you would have moved to during this conversation.
Ooh.
Uh,
I think we moved away from the weird thing.
this isn't really space, but yeah, I was on this side of the things. I probably.
Everyone's on the high ground. This is going to be interesting.
Well, we all know the high ground is the best ground.
Obi-Wan Kenobi taught me that one.
Yeah, I was about to make the reference. I was about to.
Dang it, we have to bleep it out. Disney will get us.
Smizney. Smizney, no.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about Shmoby One, you know,
Schmoey one.
from the Sun Wars, the Sun Battles.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Schmoey one's killed me.
Oh, we're sorry. We're
sorry.
here.
I'm not sorry. That's fine.
So, as you are all watching this black mass fall into the shadow,
Watching your mom.
you see where you heard this voice, a form unfold and grow from this shadow. That'll put a image, what it looks like,
Oh,
in
big
the
reveal.
chat.
Why is she so scrungly?
Oh,
See this incredibly long-limbed creature, this humanoid form, long, snaking fingers that are unfurling from its hand that are dripping with this strange black substance.
What
It's-
are you?
Skin seems to be made of this inky black material, but instead of having that for the face, there is just this pale white face staring out with these piercing white eyes.
In the name of Saint Nicholas, what are you?
What? Who and what in the Christmas are you?
Puts it right between me and. Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's where it was on the map. I put it there beforehand. And you can, Cass, you feel this appearing right next to you, and you do not like how it feels near you. Do not quote that name at me.
What? Which one? Christmas?
What name?
Or Saint Nicholas?
You're oh so good, Saint Nick.
Oh, how? Don't you say his name in vain.
He's better than you.
He betrayed me. All of the lords betrayed me. Yet I'm the one who's known as the bad guy.
Who are you?
But you're clearly doing bad things.
What is it you used to call me? The Christmas jeer? The Shadow Man? I much prefer my original title of Mr. Black.
Literally earlier when you said Mr., Mrs. and Mr. White, I was like, is there also a Mrs. and Mr. Black? Apparently
There is,
there's one.
but they are not talked about.
Yeah.
I shall have no idea who you are.
You're single.
Hey, Miss Blue is also single. How dare you, sir?
Turns. Technically, no. And as he's turned, you see the face shape change. It changes into the face of a woman's face. Just me and Mr. Black have occupied the same body for quite some time now.
Seems on a holiday-ish.
Very unholly jolly of you.
That's not safe for work.
That's not safe for Christmas.
Especially not this work. Why are
When
you
you've been
missing?
locked away for 500 years,
That's
it's
nice.
nice to have a companion. It
What-
switches back into the male face again.
Split yourself.
Excuse me. 500 years. That was when I was born. How old are you?
He turns to you as you're saying, like, that's when I was born. Just, they are sending children to do their work now.
I'm a gingerbread man.
I'm a robot.
You upset me just by being near me.
No.
Then I guess.
Same here.
Now, as soon as I finally broke free of that wretched hole they all cast me into,
Should have made it a deeper hole.
he's straight up like ignoring what everyone's saying right now. He's like having a monologue moment. Just,
Oh, take us Spanish.
do you want to cast Spanish in this monologue?
Yes.
Okay, you put as he's talking like this massive hole out, and again you feel a hand hit his back. What do I need to throw for that?
It's a Christmas saving throw 15.
Saving. Okay. It very much succeeds.
Damn.
As if you feel its hand pressed on its back. Just. I've been banished before. I will not be banished again. Now, as I was saying,
You always have monologues.
Can I do something real quick?
yeah.
I want to. This is a bonus action. I'm gonna use my insightful fighting real quick. It needs to make a deception check
Okay.
against my insight check, real quick.
That is a 17.
I rolled a 19 on the die, so
Okay.
so now I can use my sneak attack against it, even if I don't have advantage.
Okay.
Can I prepare? Can I prepare a spell for a condition?
Okay.
I would like to
I'll
prepare.
have to jump this lady during the
Yeah.
monologue.
I would like to.
Okay, currently, it's the male face.
I would
But
like
yeah.
I would like to prepare the spell Hold Person for what the moment this creature does anything other than speak,
Probably
like
is.
try to attack or whatever.
Because I don't want to screw you over particularly, I'll ask you to quickly make probably either a history or an arcana check. I know there's a lot of arcana checks, but you're doing lots of magical based things.
Arcana, then I guess.
Whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Is this
11.
about the spell or about this being?
I could do both.
11.
To be fair.
Hey, you could, but I'll specify that hold person specifically works against humanoids. You're not entirely
Well-
sure what this is. It might be, it might not.
It looks humanoid. It has arms and legs in vaguely humanoid shape.
I know.
Well,
I'm not saying if it is or isn't. I'm just informing you of the possibility. That's how hold person works.
Fair. I can also make it a history check
You can
if you will allow me.
Yes.
5. I know nothing.
I'll say it. Mr. Black. It's the same. Whatever Mrs. Blue or Miss Blue is, it's the same type of being, and you just know they're very powerful.
Do I know that they're humanoid though?
With the 5, no.
No.
Darn.
You can hold the spell.
Imagine if I cast silence on it.
Yeah, I will prefer that spell.
We are determined
That's
to.
if you
We
want. Do you
are
want to...
determined not to give this villain a monologue.
No, I'm waiting for this spell until it moves.
Oh, do you want to cast silence on it?
No.
So it's not got a lot left to say. It's going through just. As I was saying, you have Ms. Blue. She resides over this establishment, whatever you want to call it.
Workshop.
Mr. and Mrs. Green oversee the snowfields where they grow all of the snow for Christmas. What do I reside over? I reside over the things that live in the shadows, but they didn't like that. They cast me away. They thought I would scare all of the children. So,
I've seen more frightening gumdrops than you could say.
you seem to think that is an insult to me. I loved the children. But they all began to fear me, despise me. Suddenly I was the bad guy. And I think about us, holiday spirits, is we are what we are believed to be. They believe me to be a monster, that I hate the holidays. After 500 years of hearing nothing but this constant barrage of fear. And he goes to cast something.
Immediately, I cast
Yeah.
gun.
Okay. You cast gun, you cast hold person. It's going to use a legendary resistance to counter hold person.
No.
Crumbly will step up and go, well, if that's the case, have at thee, and I'm going to cast Compelled Duel.
Okay, this is all happening in the same moment, just so you're aware. So, Cass, are you doing anything?
Is it wearing an outfit? Or any jewelry?
Don't do it.
It's not wearing jewelry now. It's wearing
do it,
clothes,
fine.
but in the sense of that you're not entirely sure if they are clothes or just part of it.
Oh. Should I cast daylight on the clothes?
What? Right?
Because if this thing's pure darkness, it might do something. You don't know.
I mean, do what you want, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, if it's always bright, it can't retreat into shadows, right?
Ooh, this is true.
Do you want to
wait.
cast
Do-
daylight on
do
it?
what
You
you-
cast a spell on an object that isn't being worn or carried. I read it wrong.
Oh, it isn't being worn or carried. Okay.
Oh wait, we're all up here. I'll just
Yeah, we're all
cast
up
it on. I'll cast it on the gift, right here.
Okay. How wide is the AoE for
For
daylight?
the duration, sunlight spreads from a point within range and fills a 60-foot radius sphere.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna add a circle on the map of just light.
Can we just chase it with the gift box?
5, 4, 5. Oh, okay. It's most of the room. You've got most of the room with the light. Just, basically, everything to like there is in light.
We can see.
we can
I'm on the
cannot see.
GM layer. Everything to like there is in the light. That's a massive AoE.
Pick up the gift. We're chasing.
Okay, it's gonna legendary resist the old person. You cast daylight. You shoot it with your legally distinct foam blaster. You charge with your candy cane, and you see it put its hand out, and all the ooze that's around the room or inside the presence is seemingly bringing toys to life.
Oh.
And I'm gonna.
Can I try to counter that evil with some good Christmas magic? To make the toys maybe on our side instead.
You could try.
I will try my
This
best.
isn't a spell. This is purely a thing it can do.
I am also trying to just do it as a thing I can do.
Okay, this is
I don't
going to
have
be
a
an
spell.
incredibly high. Just
What do?
just roll a d20 with your spell like attack modifier. I'll just see.
So okay.
You
So
need to be
basically,
above basically need to roll above a 25 to count
So,
this.
so basically, roll an attack spell.
Yeah, just roll an attack spell.
That's 10.
It, in
No.
fact, does not do that. As you see,
Not
a
even
collection
one.
of toys appear around the room.
Those are some weird toys.
In the logic, because I don't have the models to them, these are little like toy robots, and these are ragdolls.
My friends.
Like the
Won't be
Raggedy
friends for
Ann.
long. As I would like everyone to roll initiative. As this bullet's coming out. Not bullet, sorry. As this foam pellet is coming out.
Yeah, it is a red and white little foam.
13.
Okay.
Bum dot.
Foam dart.
I got a 12.
I got a 24.
Mr. Crumley only has 2 on
Normally
initiative.
12.
Wait, Mr. Cumley.
Tootsie.
Mr. Cumley.
Mhm.
Do you have the light spell?
Yeah.
I think the light spell can actually target creatures.
12.
Got an 8.
Okay. So, as this whole round started, you need to roll your attack that you rolled during this whole interaction.
All right. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Okay, so that is. I'll roll the damage from the foam blaster and then the sneak attack. So the foam blaster did 14 points of piercing damage, and then sneak attack. What is it at this level? And that is an additional 13 sneak attack damage.
This will 13 sneak attack damage. Okay. And combat will start with technically with you again, because that was part of the thing. That
Part
Tootsie
of
goes first.
the beginning.
That was,
Okay.
Yeah, that was the immediate. Because they all, I think it was fair to let everyone else do something because he was also doing something.
Yeah.
To start the fight.
Let me see specifically if one of my features does what I think it does before I. Oh, okay. I do not get disadvantage from being within 5 feet. So I'm just gonna try to shoot again at this individual right here.
But you don't get disadvantage because you're. It doesn't matter though. You don't have to have advantage against it because of your.
No, yeah, but if I had disadvantage, it wouldn't have gave me sneak attack. But my sharpshooter feat just does not let me
Fair
take
enough.
disadvantage. So, gonna try again. And actually, because I haven't moved, I'm gonna use my bonus action to do steady aim.
Okay.
So I get advantage because I really want to hit.
I'm not sure you get sneak attack on this one though because it's literally like. And it technically
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, if you
turn, but
think, yeah, if you think I wouldn't, that's up to you. But either
Because
way, I'd want
you
the
start-
advantage.
when the fight started, you had an attack. This is still technically it's a new turn, but it's.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
I'm not running sneak attack on this particular one because it's like immediately back to back.
That's fine.
Rolled.
I rolled another 22.
That still hits.
Yep. Okay, and that is 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That's a little bit.
Okay,
That down.
and then my
A little foam bullet to the side of the head.
yep.
I need to stop saying
they're-
bullet. A little foam ball to the side of the head.
From dot.
Yeah, they're little
It's not
darts.
darts.
Yeah.
Is it little darts or little balls?
Oh,
I'll say it's little darts.
legally distinct Smurf gun.
Yes.
You can't say
And-
Smurf.
The buff gun.
Smurf. Smurf with an H. Smurf.
The buff gun.
And then
Murder
let me
rifle.
check my. I use my bonus action. Yeah, that's me. That is my
Okay.
turn.
Then next up it is Ragdoll A, which unfortunately is right at the bottom of the map. It's going to turn.
Question to DM.
Yes.
Since I'm a gingerbread man, let's say I get poisoned. Would purify food and drink work on me?
Theoretically, yes.
Let's go! It wasn't a useless pick!
550. It's going to get to the bottom of this ladder. then it is Ragdoll B, which is right in the middle of the map. This one, however, is just going to grab like a handful of the things on the thing behind it, on the conveyor belt, and just launch them up at you.
Do not throw the bits and bobs!
It's throwing bits and bobs at you.
No!
That is a... as it's aiming at Tutsi, you can see you from the angle. That is a 17.
That hits, yeah.
It's not massively high damage, it's essentially an improvised attack. However, I did roll 8 for damage.
Wow. Alright. That hurt a little bit.
And it's going to also start 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. But it can't get past because the other one's in the way. And then it is Jingle's turn. Use Velvet.
That's me. Sorry.
Yes.
I couldn't blanked on the fact that that's me. Let's see here. That's hero 4. It's not doing that. Let's see. I am going to, upon myself, cast Dragon's Breath with the ice, obviously.
Okay.
Well, cold damage. Okay, what were you going to say, Zach?
These two are ground level. You're all 20 feet high, so you're aware.
I know. I'm not going to use it just yet. Can I try to... Actually, what do I have? Ooh. Can I cast a Mage Hand and try to knock down this ladder?
Ooh.
Yeah, I believe that would be... Would that be an attack roll with the spellcasting modifier? I don't know how that would work.
It's just pushing down the ladder. It's not attacking anything. Technically.
Oh, yeah, the ladder can only do up to... How heavy can the hand move stuff?
Let's see here.
Can I banish the ladder?
Not more than 10. It can't do anything more than 10 pounds.
I'll say you can make an attack roll with your spellcasting modifier, because it's trying to push it over, and it might be just over that 10-pound mark in terms of like force you have to use, because it's not a light ladder.
I'll just use an actual attack roll for a spell. That's a 26.
You summon your hand behind it and just push that ladder over onto the two ragdolls who aren't hurt by it necessarily, because it's not going to do massive damage, but it has knocked them both, knocked this one back, and this one's currently trapped onto the ladder.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt them, I was just trying to let them not get up here. No, we don't have to deal with them yet.
A spanner there, say it's trapped under the ladder.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yes, because I'm not moving. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna try to jump to this, but that's even higher up.
Yeah, that's a 15-foot jump, which is technically... Actually, I'm not sure you'd be able to make a 15-foot jump.
Could I theoretically jump to that ladder, though, and start climbing it?
You can try. Yeah, it's only 5 feet away, but you are jumping to a ladder, so it would require a check.
What I need to roll?
It'd be probably an acrobatics check to make sure you don't fall.
Oh, this is a very risky move. But if I succeed, then it's gonna be really cool. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's see.
Okay, it's not a super high check, but it's an acrobatics check.
It's probably higher than a 4, I would assume.
It is definitely higher than the 4. You jump, you try to hit this ladder, and you just fumble. You're a Christmas magic elf. You're not one of the mining elves. You're not working the workshop. Your hands are more attuned to precise movements of magic, not of immediately saving yourself from falling. And you just hit this ladder and just fall. And completely check. Is it 1d6 per 10 feet of falling?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm 20 feet up then. So.
Yeah, so that would be 2d6 of falling.
Oh god, let's see here.
Still hurty.
That'd be 6 just bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground.
Fair. Okay, how much of my movement did that take then?
About 5. You moved across there and then tried to jump, so it'd be about 10.
Okay, do I go prone?
Next to this one. You would, so you'd have 5 foot more of movement.
Okay, then I'm going to use that 5 foot to start climbing the ladder. I'm getting back up.
Okay. Technically, you're still within. technically you're still within attack range of Ragdoll B, so it doesn't get a reaction. It's a really weird space to be. That's alright, so you don't get attacked with a reactionary attack just because of the positioning. And is that your turn?
Yes, that'll be my turn.
Burke Fromley!
Good heavens!
It's your turn, sir.
I'm going to shove this boy off of the conveyor belt.
Okay, that would require it's a shove attack. It is its own thing now.
Yes, the target must succeed on the strength, that's Dex, if you choose which. DC +8 plus. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of pluses.
Okay, so it's I need to be a 14 strength save.
Plus it. What is it? Plus.
It doesn't succeed.
I'm pushing
I
it off
rolled
the
a
conveyor
4.
belt. Up with you.
Which way?
Sorry.
Which way? Up or down?
Down.
Okay, you push it off. It's going to take 2d6 falling damage.
Down with you. This is not Holly Jolly.
It takes exactly the same amount of damage as Mrs. Jingles.
I'm going to go. Can I squeeze past Tootsie?
I'm going to say yeah. Like, you're taking up 5 feet of this space. You're not actually 5 feet tall.
So 5, 10, 15,
I
20.
think that's about 6, 7 feet wide.
I get right up against them. Or them.
Okay.
It, the creature. And with a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did compel duel as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
What do I have to roll against that?
A wisdom saving throw of 14.
You rolled a 16.
Yeah, so nothing happens.
So, he is not compelled to duel. We didn't forget about it entirely.
I will, as I'm running up, like casting Shield of Faith. He probably is definitely he's all about Christmas, but he doesn't want to hurt everybody. So he's going to say, "Believe in yourself to be better, Mr. and Mrs. Black. This is not Holly Jolly."
I would like to. I don't have a choice anymore.
We all have a choice to be better.
Is that that's your turn?
That's my turn.
Cass, it's your turn, because I rolled really low on everything else. Than me.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardian at level 3 on top of me.
Okay.
When you cast a spell, you can designate creatures to be unaffected, the whole team. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw.
So because you cast it, I need to roll against it. It's an AoE around you. Anything you designate an enemy in that AoE must roll a wisdom save against it, or take loads of damage.
Yes, but all of our friends are not going to be hurt by it.
I rolled a 7.
So, the wisdom saving throw is 15.
Yeah, no, I was convinced I didn't succeed. So how much damage is that?
3d8 radiant.
Okay.
So wait, did a couple things have to roll, don't they?
How big's the AoE?
Because there's
15
there's
foot.
So it won't hit the guy down the bottom, who's at the bottom of the
But
ladders,
you
but it will hit
yeah,
that
it's
dude,
the doll there.
who has a massive roll of 7.
Did I roll?
Yeah, you roll a damage on both of them, because I failed on both of it.
Damn.
A 4 and 6.
That's 3d8.
It's 3d8 for each. How did you roll a 4 and a 6?
Low numbers.
Sorry. So the first one takes 4. That's diabolically bad. That's so
For a
unfortunate.
3rd level slot? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll just see what I'm going to do with my 4th level slot next round.
Are you sure? Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Seeing it's completely surrounded, it's going to cast Dimension Door.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's over here now. It didn't want to be surrounded. You may have cast Light. It can't use the shadows anymore, but it can still cast Dimension Door.
Yeah. How do
Is
you even
Dimension Door
get-
an action or
there's a-
bonus action? Yeah, there's a ladder at the bottom.
There's
You
a
can shoot
ladder.
it, it's fine.
Gotcha.
You also, theoretically, this is 20 foot high, this is 20 foot high. There is ways to get to it without using the ladder.
I just didn't know where that room was. I didn't look down and see the ladder.
This is a
plan. balcony
with a clock in it.
Gotcha.
Okay, I need to quickly check if Dimension Door's an action
Wait,
or
what's-
bonus action.
What's your
It's an
name
action.
again? Is it Tootsie?
Let's see.
Throw the box at it. Throw the box right here.
It's still in the light, ain't it?
Yeah, it kind of just doesn't have anything else it can do right now, unfortunately. You just see it... Because you cast light down, it couldn't use...
Wait.
I'm going to say you were correct in the fact it couldn't hide into the shadows because the light was there.
Wait,
But, so it had to use the spell instead to do it. Yep.
The sunlit area is bright light for that 60 feet. An additional 60 feet is dim light.
Oh, no, yeah. But Dimension Doors, it used a spell instead of just doing it.
I know.
So you,
So the
you
whole
completely...
map is at least dim light.
Yep, you completely denied it of an entire action. Which sucks. And then it is...
You know what's
Ragdoll
worse?
C.
It's not
Well, you
a
just-
it's not a concentration, so I can cast it and throw a box down here.
Oh yeah, Spirit Guardians is concentration, I believe.
Huh?
Spirit Guardians is concentration, however, I believe.
But
It
can I
is.
cast daylight again?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
You're
doing
in that
next.
spot, right? Just there.
Yes.
Okay, you're getting attacked by Ragdoll C. Which is... that's a great 11 to hit you.
Misses.
It doesn't have a lot on it right now, to be honest. It just, these are just designed to be in the way, but unfortunately you all start at the high ground. Okay, it is Toy Robot A, which is this one down here, which is going to turn, move across over to here. I'm going to roll a d6 to see which one of you three it attacks. It's going to shoot the crumbly boy in the middle. And you see, it's a toy robot. It's got little like, laser beam hands. It seems to actively be able to use them right now. Whatever's powering it is giving it some sort of actual aggressive force as it shoots a little laser beam out towards Sir Crumley for a total of 24 to hit. No, ready, I'll cut that bit out.
What happened?
24 to hit you.
Oh, to me? Yes.
It's not massively high damage. I'll roll max, so it's 9.
Oh, 9! Oh.
And then it's the one underneath here, which unfortunately you just knocked off. It's going to... I've clicked all the wrong buttons. It's going to use its half its movement to stand up. 5, 10. Ooh, there's someone on the ladder.
So, what targeted me, by the way?
This robot. The toy robots have little laser beam hands, and they seem to actually be able to use them right now.
Oh, no!
This toy robot also rolled a 24 against Miss Jingle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That is 4. It's 4 damage. I'm assuming you're only resistant to fire, and it's
Nope.
not fire. You're not resistant to fire?
Nope, I'm resistant to cold and fire.
Fair enough. It's neither of those. It's just...
Fair enough.
not those.
Yeah, I'm resistant to fire because tiefling. Resistant to cold because sorcerer.
No, fair enough. And then
I
it
kind
is
of chose that at my... Yeah.
Tootsie's
Sorry.
turn.
Tootsie, is this individual behind total cover right now?
Total cover, no. I'll probably say it's half cover.
Fine,
Not
I,
too close, 'cause
I,
this
I
block
ignore
is see-through.
everything. I ignore everything but full cover.
Oh, fair enough then.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
You'll have to
specify.
probably move up because that angle directly. There's very easy ways to get around it. And it's actually pretty tall. They can definitely see him still. He's similarly like 8 or 9 feet tall in the same way that Miss Blue was.
Gotcha. So yeah, I can see. And since my insightful fighting lasts for a minute.
And you
So-
have sneak attack this turn.
Yep. And I'm gonna be a little confident here. I'm going to just hold right here. Gonna use my bonus action for what is it? The thing that I can get advantage on the attack. I forget what it's called right now. The steady aim.
For the aim.
And shoot over here with advantage.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it just changes what action I was going to do this turn.
So that is... Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of dice. I'm going to let
That's
you
a-
roll it and just tell me because it's going to take a while to count through.
That
that's
is
fine.
18 piercing damage from the actual foam dart.
Yep. Just gonna
And I roll 8d6. 21 points of sneak attack damage.
That's 39 damage. That hurts. That still hurts it. It's not like super wounded, but that definitely.
And
You land up, you hit it right in the eye with that little foam dart.
I'm gonna do a funny. I'm gonna use sap, so that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of my next turn.
Oh, that really hurt it.
And that's just something I can do. I don't need an action for that
Yep,
or anything.
I'm
And I'm just stuck here. So, that's my turn.
Okay, now it is Ragdoll A, which I think is trapped underneath the ladder. Yes, it is. It's going to have to use its whole last action to get out from underneath the ladder, because it's pushed the ladder off. It's... Yeah, no, because it's a relatively heavy ladder. Yep, it's going to have to use its action to push the ladder off and also reset the ladder back up. So that's its turn. A standing there. Ragdoll B, however... I missed that wrong person. Ragdoll B is going to turn around to you, Miss Jingle, as you're climbing the ladder and go for your ankles. Not aggressively, it's just like obviously aggressively, but I mean, it's not graphic, it's just attacking you from behind in unspecified ragdoll equipment. That is a 23. I've rolled 2 19s and an 18 in my last 3 attacks.
Yep.
So that will be 9 points of what's essentially bludgeoning damage.
Oh boy.
Yep, I'm rolling stupidly well.
Not well enough.
Except for the actual boss, who's been rolling like horribly this entire time.
I've not had a chance to do anything yet. Well, my d6 is what the little things do, and I've rolled, I think, 2 5s and a 6. And
That's
a 1
crazy.
overall. Like, it's going well. Then here's Miss Jingle's turn. As you're being
Inconvenienced.
inconvenienced by this ragdoll.
Yeah, I'm just going to... If I use Dragon's Breath, like, that direction, can I hit both of them?
How far is Dragon's Breath?
15-foot cones, that's a no.
Well, yeah, if they are 15 foot away, because it's a cone, it also goes up and down as well. So both
Well,
of these are within 15 feet. So
I'm
that's
silly.
5,
I was looking at the measurements of the actual thing, but that's not correct.
No, you can get them both.
Okay, then I will Dragon's Breath them both with ice.
Okay. Is
And
that you roll damage, or do I roll a check?
Do a dexterity save.
Okay.
They need to beat
One's a
16.
One's a 17, close one. Further one is 12.
Okay, then the further one takes it, and it is 13 ice damage.
This was a completely undamaged doll, just moments ago, and the ice seems to have almost frozen the seams, which have shattered slightly. You can see it's kind of falling apart.
Good.
These things you're realizing aren't very healthy. They're just a menace, and they're in the way.
Good.
It's still alive. It's still moving and doing things, but it very clearly injured it.
Okay, since that was a magic action to actually use the attack of
So
Dragon's
you still
Breath.
have a bonus action.
Yep.
Yes.
And with that, I'm going to just misty step up to the top of this.
Okay.
Screw using the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm
you're
not
already 5 feet up, so you just get the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm not taking that opportunity attack. And
Yeah,
then
'cause it
that's
has
it.
followed you now. It's close enough to do that. So yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. you
Either that's it, or I'm gonna try to just nudge the ladder down as well.
I'll say as part of the things you use your bonus action to get up. You still have movement and such as part of just the
Yeah, I'm
pushing
gonna,
it over. It's not hard.
I'm gonna
The
kick it
mage
to the
hand is
side.
difficult.
I'm gonna kick it to the side so it doesn't just fall onto this platform.
Okay. Well, no matter which way it goes. But yes, you are successfully knock it down. As you use Misty Step, instead of being like a puff of smoke, a collection of snowflakes are left behind. They all fall to the ground where you Misty Step away from.
I love that.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Okay. Sir Crumbly.
The little rapscallion has teleported away. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stand behind this little fella, and he's going to hit a bonk
Okay.
with my candy cane. That is 16 plus 6.
That does indeed hit.
I'm going to put 7 plus 3 on the first damage. I get 2 attacks per action, so he's going to get hit again.
Okay. Before the second one hits, I need to check something.
Yes.
On the first strike,
Hmm?
you speed up behind it. You're now seeing the rest of you are seeing the prowess of the 8th Peppermint Brigade as you speed up behind it. Pull out your trusty cane and just essentially hit it just in the back as it just folds over and just almost deflates. This ragdoll is no more.
Where is he? Where are you, you rapscallion? Is that ladder fallen over by chance?
This one.
Yeah.
The ragdoll put it back up last turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just so you're aware, this is close. These are close together. 'Cause they're both 20 feet high.
Okay, so I moved what? How far did I go?
I do not know.
20.
20? So, do I have to climb across, or could I...
Yeah, you would have to climb across, which would take half of the movement, so you'd probably get onto the banister.
Yeah, I'm going to get onto the banister.
Okay.
And while I see him again, you can choose to be better! And that'll be my turn.
And then it is Cass.
Okay. You said I could step up here also, right? 1,
Yeah.
2. I'm gonna stand right next to you. Yes. I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith on it.
I don't know what Guardian of Faith does specifically. I know it summons a thing by it, but...
It summons a Spectral Guardian. And an enemy that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guard or starts its turn there must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 20 radiant damage on a failed save.
Can you say that again, Michael? You cut out twice during that sentence.
Oops. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in unoccupied space that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is invulnerable, and appears in a form appropriate for your deity or pantheon. It appears as Santa Claus. Any enemy that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a dexterity saving throw, taking 20 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. If it deals 60 damage total, it goes away. I'm gonna have it right here.
Okay. Because it seems weirdly apt, I'm using you as Guardian.
Hey, yo, is that a reference?
Is that a good berry?
Okay, where did you put it, sorry? Which bit?
Here.
Okay. Okay, and is there anything else you're doing this turn?
Yes.
This thing hurty. That natural 20 took a big chunk out of it, and it is not happy about that. So it is going to cast one of its large spells.
This one?
Yes, it is the...
Oh, it has to do a saving throw.
To cast a spell.
Is it? Did
Wait,
it just start its
sorry.
turn?
Yes.
Oh yeah, then it gets hit by Guardian of Faith. So it has to do a dexterity saving throw, 15.
My brain didn't process that. It got a natural 1.
Okay,
Oh no.
it's going to take 20 radiant damage.
Just straight up.
Yes.
Okay, let's see the math to do at least. It's not looking happy, and it's going to take that out on everything in this room real quick. And I do mean everything, 'cause it's a 60-foot sphere.
Oh no.
Need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at those.
I
Need to find what it's.
I got a 21.
There it is. Okay.
I got an 18.
I got 24.
I got 27.
Okay, so everyone succeeds on that.
The power of
now let's
Saint
check all-
Nicholas!
Now let's check all the little things if they succeed.
We have
It's everything in this room.
We have all of the Christmas cheer.
The Christmas spirit is with us!
Fail,
The 8th
succeed.
Peppermint Brigade!
succeed.
They start crumbled.
Everything but one thing in this room succeeds. So one thing's about to take 8d6 cheer, or else it's taking 4d6.
Oh,
Use a dice roll on life this one.
Anti-cheer. The worst kind of magics.
We love our cheer here.
So
The
you
Lord
all
cheer.
take 19, or essentially anti-cheer.
oh,
What, 19 is the halved number?
Yes, 19 is already halved.
Yikes.
yikes!
Everything else in the room has to really quickly make a check.
Everything just explodes. Gone.
That one goes. That one doesn't go, but it's really hurt. That one goes. This one's gone. This one's gone. And the one at the bottom doesn't even need to roll, actually. It didn't take it out somehow.
Can
Okay. And then it gains.
Can I do a little something?
You might be able to. It's quickly about to just get. The DMs here might suddenly just realise what I'm basing this on. Potentially. As it's about to heal. Regains 18 health points off that attack after it did lots of damage to you all.
I have my channel divinity, which is Rebuke the Violent. Immediately after an
Okay.
attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack.
It's not an attack.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Okay, it's specifically not an attack. It's a AOE spell you have to save against.
Okay. I will save this for.
I don't believe that's considered an attack action.
Wait, did the radiant hit I did it seem like it did more damage than usual?
It did not.
Okay.
That'll be, and it's gonna. I'm not sure if I'd know this. I'm gonna make a check really quick. As a DM, I'm asking you as a player. Does Spirit Guardians get opportunity? The Spirit Guardian thing get an opportunity attack?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if it knows that. Yes, it would. I need to
Wait.
check with you first, and then roll an intelligence or Arcana check. Either way, it's 20. It's gonna move back a little bit, and that's the end of its turn. There's gonna be Ragdoll C. I think that one just exploded. Ragdoll C
Might
is
have.
gone.
Yeah.
Toy Robot A is still there, and it's gonna laser beam Cass. Because you're right on the edge and it can see you. It's +5. It's an 18 to hit.
It hits.
1d6 of massive damage. That's 8. I'm rolling so well. This dice is insane.
I would
You take
like to
8.
use.
Wait, you said it's 1d6 and you got an 8.
Yeah, it's +3.
I would
Okay.
like to use my reaction of Aura of the Guardian. When a creature within 10 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to magically take the damage instead.
So the laser beam flies towards Cass, the Christmas auxiliary system. And just before it makes contact, it almost, like the beam splits and flies around you and hits Ginger.
Sir Crumley.
So
Thank
Crumley,
you,
which I call Ginger.
As that happens,
Okay.
Crumley's like, not on my what could that?
And it's back to Tootsie's turn.
Tootsie.
That's how it's spelt. It's Tootsie, I know, but my brain keeps forgetting, so I say Tootsie.
Jolly them up, Tootsie.
Get him, Tootsie.
Give them the Christmas spirit.
I can still see them down there, right?
Yeah, you can see him. It's not a big band. That band, that I can't remember
Kind
what
of
it's
like
called.
edge there.
Yeah,
It-
I had a word for it. I've just forgotten. A balcony is designed to be able to can look into the workshop, so you can see from there into it. It's not got a high fence.
Gotcha. Steady aim. That's my bonus action. So that is a total of 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
Okay.
It's not like it's got a particularly low AC either. It's just no one's missed yet.
Yeah. That's 11 points for the normal damage, and then 15 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay,
Yes.
this
and
thing's
then-
looking wounded.
They're looking a little hurty.
Looking
Then
wounded.
I'm going to just end my turn there. I can't do anything else.
Okay, then it is Ragdoll A, which is exploded. And this is Ragdoll B, which Well, you're over here. Ragdoll B does not know what to do. The ladder's still up. 5, 10.
It has no Christmas spirit.
It's going to use its whole movement to get up there. It's going to grab a present and throw it at the... throw the first person, the bright blue one, because you're there. Just throwing a present at you. It rolled an 11. It missed massively.
Wait, is it within 15 feet of me?
That one is, yeah.
I think it's Spirit Guardian's damage.
Oh, yeah! I think
one-
it's about to explode. That one's gone.
Wait, it has to do a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
Does it take half damage if it fails?
Yes.
Yeah, this thing's gone. It has 1 health.
Okay, I got 14 damage.
It's got 1 health. It's 1 health plus radiant. It cannot succeed against saving against that.
Ugh.
This is a jingle.
Christmas spirit.
This thing that you're fighting does insane damage if it got to hit.
Well, let me see here. I'm on this rectangle. This.
Oh yeah, you can choose
right?
which one. I just needed to put it. I made it
I'm
so
gonna,
obvious.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
there, but that's up. This creature is 65 feet away from me. Oh boy.
Jump
Is that a
off the
what?
conveyor belt.
I'm sure you'll make the jump this time.
This time it's down and not onto a ladder.
It would still. I don't know how far you can do for standing jumps in D&D. I don't know what. There's actually a number for it. You cover the number of feet up to your strength score. So if your strength is above 10, you can make it.
No, because I only need to make it like 5 to be here, don't I?
What is your strength score?
8.
Not modify your score. 8.
8.
Okay, because you move half of your strength score from a standing jump. Hence 10 would get you 5 feet.
Ah.
You need to move at least 10 feet for a standing long jump. So you can make the thing up. You'll add an acrobatics check to it, but it won't be a very high check because it's not a hard jump, but you're still 3 feet tall. Or just over 3 feet.
Actually, I don't know why I bothered getting up here with Misty Step or climbing. I have the fly spell. It's an action.
That's why you weren't doing it, because it's an action.
But I just forgot I had it, honestly.
True, fair enough.
I'm guessing a magic action is not bonus actionable.
If the spell specifically is a bonus action, then yes, but
Ooh, so in that case, Dragon's Breath is technically a bonus action. But it says specifically, take a magic action to exhale.
Because you can
use
use the bonus action to cast it on yourself, and then your action to blast it.
yeah, I think that's how
Essentially.
it works.
So like if you cast it on another person, they have to use an action, a magic action to do it.
But
you know what I mean?
it is still a bonus. But it is still an action.
Yes.
The act of casting it is a bonus action. The act of using its effect is an action.
So yes, it's an action.
And I have basically nothing in that case I can actually use as a bonus action. Every single one of my spells are an action.
Certified spellcasting moment.
Yep.
Certified caster moment right there.
I'm just gonna cast spell. I'm gonna cast spell. Yes, I am cast spell. I'm just gonna cast fly on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to, with the 60 feet of fly speed, by the way. Then I'm going to go here with my 2 squares of movement left, and I'm not going to do anything else.
So you're about 10 feet above this
Yeah.
thing. Okay, so you're kind of very nearly like eye level with it. You're above it slightly, but it's tall, this creature.
Hey.
Hello. And then it is Mr. Crumble's turn. Mr. Crumbly, Mr. Crumley. One of those ones is correct.
My
So
entire
funny.
plan has been fumbled by this woman standing in the way.
Well, no, technically,
Some-
she is
technically, I'm
floating
not-
10 feet up. You can get
Yeah.
under her.
Yeah, that's why I'm up here. I didn't go down. That's because so that all of
Oh,
you
yeah,
can do
you
something
can absolutely
down
go
there.
underneath her. She's above.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Well, Mr. Crumley is going to get here,
That's 30 feet.
and then I'm going to drop my Shield of Faith and replace it with Protection from Good and Evil.
Okay. That's all I can do, isn't it, at the moment?
One memento. Are you a bonus action? Yeah, a bonus action. I'm going to put my own hand to my chest and use Lay on Hands.
Okay.
And heal for... We'll do 15. And that's
This
my
could
turn.
have been a very close fight. However, I'm the one DMing it. That's how it always works. Okay, is that your turn then?
That's my turn, yeah.
Okay, the shadow man looking in front of you now is looking concerned, to say the least. He's trying to figure out what to do, and it looks towards...
About concerned about what? Me or him?
Weak.
Yeah.
He with a lot of damage.
Leave this place.
I don't think you realise how much damage you've dealt to it already.
It's been a lot.
Yeah,
I've done nothing.
but it can't really run very well because you've got rid of all the shadows. It's going to turn to the person who's done the most damage to it. It's currently in fight or flight mode. And it's going to send 3 arcane... arcane. Basically 3 negative energy bursts towards...
Can I use my reaction?
it's not a... Well, it's a spell attack, but if you can potentially...
So does...
Can I use a reaction?
Sorry, you can use a reaction, yes. Sorry. Drop me dice.
Counter spell.
You can counter one of the 3 attacks. There are 3 individual attacks.
Do these count as attack
Oh,
actions?
These are the spell attacks. It's what they're called, so
Okay.
I believe it's attack action, yes. This isn't a spell, this is just an action.
How do I get 3?
What were you wanting to do, Mr. Sir Crumley?
Well, Sir Crumley wants to rebuke the violent with his channel divinity.
Which does what?
You can choose channel divinity to rebuke those who use violence. Immediately after an attacker within 30 feet of you deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt.
Alright.
On a successful save, it takes half as much.
So you get to do one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to wait till it damages me first, essentially.
Okay, so the first, like, essentially, it sort of flicks its hand, and that weird oozy black stuff just flies out towards you at immense speeds. The first attack, it's an 11.
That misses.
The second one is a 16,
That hits.
and the third one is a natural 20.
Oh.
So that
Maybe-
changed this very heavily, very quickly. The first attack.
Maybe rebuke the natural 20.
This one fucked all.
Yeah, this thing's about to go badly for itself. So that's 16 anti-cheer on the first hit.
Oh.
That was a terrible roll, by the way.
Oh.
Come on. 34 anti-cheer on the second attack.
I'm down.
Well, he has to make the wisdom saving throw because I'm using rebuke the violent.
Isn't repeat the wisdom saving throw or it's a natural 20.
So it takes half. It takes half of that.
25.
It takes 25 of radiant
So it
damage.
it's 35 damage. So it's
17.
17. That's still not happy.
On Christmas of all days!
Oh, not Christmas just yet.
It's always Christmas in W1!
I'm not going back to the hole. It's gonna try and climb down the ladders real quick.
Do I get opportunity? No, I'm not wrenched.
Dragon
Yeah,
of Truth.
close enough. You do, because you're 10 feet in the air and it hovers like slightly. It's slightly hovering. It never actually touches the floor properly, unless it's like heading in shadows.
Oh no, hold on. I need to check if I have a feat.
You can still opportunity attack.
Are you checking to see if you have Sentinel?
No, Warcaster.
Or cast a spell.
Oh, yeah.
I do
Sentinel
not.
would have been great too.
I do not have Warcaster.
Warcaster Sentinel sounds funny.
That does. I guess I just need to poke it with
Your lollipop.
that. Either that or a candy cane.
Well, you had the lollipop out, didn't you? You said you pulled it out at the beginning.
Yeah. I guess I couldn't change weapon and then poke it. I've been using it one-handed since I've been casting spells, haven't I?
That's fine.
You could you technically could switch now. That
Yeah, I
you're
could,
casting
couldn't
Yeah,
spells.
it's a reaction. You can use two-handed for the reaction.
Okay, then two-handed. Let's see here. Doesn't hit. 5.
It definitely doesn't hit. It's climbing its way down the ladder. How much movement speed does it got? It basically gets there.
Yeah, I wanna
And I can
something
see it's
funny.
turning to the. Oh, it's turning to the door. It is Ragdoll C, which I think, yeah, all the Ragdolls are down. There's only one robot left.
Pew, 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 pew.
Robot is down. It's shooting at Blue Boy. It rolled a 9.
No.
Back round to a. Let's call it a holiday saving throw.
A holiday saving throw. Yes.
Keep the faith of Christmas.
It has to have some. It has to have some cheer. That's a 9. His cheers.
Feel a little bit. As you're laying on the ground, you're not unconscious. It's not that aggressive, but you feel like the holiday spirit leaving you slightly.
No!
And then it is Ragdoll. All the Ragdolls are down. It is Jingle's turn.
Oh, again. Hello. So, hold on. 5, 10 movement that way, and then 20 down. No, not 20, 10 down, so I'm still about eye level with this thing. Hello again. Yes, Zach?
So my brain, I hard clocked out for like a solid 10 seconds. So you just float down, you say?
I say hello again, and then I'm going to cast a chromatic orb in its face.
Okay. I'm gonna say you're
Good
floating
show.
just out of like the 5 feet range, so you can still do it without
Okay.
disadvantage.
Fair.
Look, if you're in 5 feet, you have disadvantage.
I got a 16.
16 just doesn't hit.
Ah.
Hello there.
How? Ugh. Can I do anything else? I have no other bonus actions. I'm gonna.
Sorcerer moment.
Gosh. I actually. No, wait, I can't.
Do
If I have 2.
Do you have meta magic that can help you?
I have. Actually, I don't have Quicken Spell, but I do have Seeking Spell. I can re-roll the attack roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so 1 sorcery point. And then I re-roll the attack roll. I'm guessing that doesn't use a new spell slot, I'm guessing.
No, you just re-rolling. You basically give yourself
Okay,
advantage on the attack, essentially.
Let's see. 19.
That does hit.
Let's go. That's a 3d8 of frost damage.
Okay.
11.
11. It definitely it's very much on its last legs, and it's just it's trying to move out of here now. It's looking disheveled heavily.
Give up.
I can't go back there again. And it's going to get Mr. Sir Crumley's turn.
Hold on. I didn't technically use a bonus. Is that a bonus action using the Seeking Spell?
I thought it didn't
No.
have bonus action, though.
No. Seeking Spell is not a bonus action, I think.
No, but you don't. Do you have a bonus action?
Technically, I just don't know what it does. So, Zach, you know things. What is innate sorcery?
This is also new stuff as well. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah,
changed.
click on it and see if it gives you a better description of it.
Let's see. Okay, I gain following benefits. Spell save DC increases by 1, and I have an advantage on the attack rolls.
Oh, I think it's like I forgot sorcerers do a thing, don't they? Where they basically put themselves into a it's like a rage for sorcerers, where
That's
they increase
cool.
their spell save DC and give themselves. I'm pretty sure it's a new thing now for
It's like
1d
true
for
Yeah.
strike, but for
Yeah.
sorcerers.
I didn't know about this at all. I've been going the entire
No.
this entire
It-
combat without
You
it.
say it's like True Strike. It's not a 1 turn thing. It's a minute.
Yeah, that's 6 turns.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
insane.
Oh,
10
goodness.
turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it is probably worth casting now. It doesn't
May as
matter.
well.
You might
It'll
as
be
well,
over.
yeah.
It'll be over in a minute anyway. So that is now going on. But
Okay.
I'm not. I can't do anything else.
Sir Crumley, it's now
I'm
your
going to go
turn.
5, 10, and then I use Fey Touch because I can use Misty Step without using a spell slot.
Yeah,
So,
you can.
right here. And
Well-
he's gonna get smacked.
You're gonna get schmacked.
He's gonna get smacked. Now, 1 second. Misty Step is a bonus action, yes?
Yes, it is, I believe.
Did I get there without using Misty Step?
It's 20 feet. You get to there, I believe. 'Cause
I'm
it's
gonna-
5 and then on the ladder.
I know what you're doing.
I'm gonna get behind him and not use my Misty Step. I'm just gonna climb down the ladder. Like, hello, good sir. And I'm going to hit him with my longsword, but also use
Or candy cane.
not. I'm going to use Divine Smite at the second level.
Okay. Now, the likelihood if this lands, of this thing moving it next turn is low.
Mr. Crumley, the 8th Peppermint Brigade. That is 16 plus 6 to hit.
That does hit.
So the first longsword damage is 7 plus 3.
Yep.
The Divine Smite second level is 3d8s. Where's my d8? There you are. First one is 2, 4, 7. And I get to attack per action, so after the Divine Smite, I'm just going to hit him again.
I'ma tell you, as you're an honourable man. Sir Crumley is an honourable man. You
Yes.
hit this thing in the back and it just collapses to the floor instantly, and you know it's down. Oh, are you gonna hit it again when it's down? It is unconscious. I'm not doing things aren't necessarily unconscious, but it's out. It's at 0.
Crumley will think back to what he said to him. We choose to be better. And I will lower my weapon and not hit him while he's on the ground.
I didn't wait long enough for my powers to return.
Or you could just not be evil.
It's stopped talking for the moment. It doesn't dissipate, but it is out. You're out of combat at this moment. Oh no, yeah, no. This thing also falls because of now he's down. This thing also is out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move here and do something funny.
Okay. Bear in mind
Bonus.
that Tootsie's still down.
Yeah, bonus action, healing word, level 2 on Tootsie.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna fly
So-
here and land.
You're going to get 15 health.
Okay.
Mr. Tootsie!
And as a... I'm gonna cast Daylight right here. Right here. So the whole room's gonna be completely lit up right now.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Mr. Tootsie! Are you okay?
I'm quite alright, thank you.
Very good friend! It's down! The beast is defeated!
By Jolly, you're okay.
My old saint.
I was
Good golly.
down for a minute there, but
check the bauble that Miss Blues gave you. Is it working?
I dropped it back in the other room. It melted.
Oh, good
I'm gonna go
heavens!
get it.
It melted.
Crumley's
Just
gonna
wait.
clamber over the conveyor belt over here. Oh, that's the wrong screen. And run over to this tree over here.
Okay.
Is it working? Are the baubles lit?
Well, the baubles were broken, is the thing.
Are there any
They
baubles?
weren't-
I'll come with, and I'm gonna see if I can try to fix one.
Okay.
Si-
I'm gonna say
Since
together.
since I'm using my innate sorcery right now, would that give me an advantage on the fix?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say make an Arcana check with advantage to try and recreate the magic.
Can Crumley give some of his own Christmas magic to her in this moment?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna give her some of
Wait.
my Christmas spirit.
I can give guidance.
Me too.
Lads, I got a natural 20.
It's
Oh, the Christmas spirit
the
came
Christmas spirit.
I think. Yeah.
As you were earlier, you were thinking to yourself, can I maybe one day become as powerful as Miss Blue? You don't know what happens in this moment, but you feel a surge of power. Maybe as you've saved Christmas, you've maybe have helped bring back all of the joy this Christmas can bring to little girls and boys of the world. And as you put your hand up to the Christmas tree, in your hand, a little sphere of ice starts forming, with the same strange, like, symbols built into it that you saw Miss Blue do. And you put it onto the tree, and you can see it almost like a two-wave receptor this time. You yourself have attached it to the magic in her room.
Like a fisheye
Hello?
lens, from this
Yes.
faces up against the thing. Miss Blue!
It's ever so slightly radio-y. Just, yes, dear.
We have slayed we have defeated the thing, Mr. and Mrs. Black.
There was a moment of silence. Like, just, I will be right there.
Very good. We saved Christmas.
What would you like to do for the next 5 or so minutes while she's arriving?
I will
Can
mourn
I-
my fallen brothers to my left. I have spotted them.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go tie this creature up just in case.
Okay, I will let you do that. They're too weak to do anything right now.
The 8th Peppermint Brigade would have had. Oh.
Go ahead.
No, he's just holding these broken gingerbread men. You would have done well, soldier.
Because I was hearing, like, Sir Crumbly saying, like, we all have a choice, and this creature was seemingly, like, trying to doubt that. Can I, like, think back to how that sort of, like, thing works and see if there's a way, somehow, we could, like, try to reverse that effect on Mr. and Mrs. Black in any way?
Make a history check. I'm going to say also because of the Christmas magic that's happening right now with advantage.
Okay.
The surge of Christmas.
Even while you're in this room, as you're all thinking as you're setting stuff up, you're starting to very slowly hear things in the building.
Okay.
You're hearing almost like the clunking of mechanical devices again. And it seems now this being is weak, whatever magic hold they had on it is starting to diminish. And it's not fully operational again, but you can see like the lights are starting to dim. The Christmas lights are starting to light up again on the Christmas trees.
Okay. I rolled a 25 on history.
25. That's a very high check. Let's say with the holiday spirits, a holiday spirit, a high-level holiday being, or anything that is a being made of or powered by emotions, like this building itself, what the emotions are towards it can also affect how it acts, even if it doesn't want to do that.
Okay.
So, unless it somehow gave up its, like, essence of being a holiday spirit, it's quite hard to fight against that.
Okay.
But there are ways around it, such as if it gives up being a holiday spirit and becomes essentially... Well, it would have to give up a lot of its power to do that. But it is totally possible if it agrees to do it.
Okay.
It has happened before. Not much. Very, very rarely. But it has happened before.
Gotcha. Does it seem like Mr. and Mrs. Black still they're still able to hear even if they're not?
Yeah, they're not unconscious.
responding?
They're just weak. They're drained.
Yeah. So Tutsi will kind of like kneel down from one seemingly misfit to another. I know you may think this is how you have to be, but there's always options, and you can't let everyone tell you who you are meant to be. Just something to think on.
Everyone sees me as the man in the shadows, the scary figure. What I used to do, I was the safety on the road for travelers at night. I watched them from the shadows to keep them safe, but all they saw was the face in the darkness, and they all became afraid. I don't wish to feel this anger, but I feel all of theirs towards me.
Then prove them wrong.
We can be better.
I'm gonna ask everyone to make a persuasion check. Who's tried to convince him?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
24.
Oh my god! I rolled a 19.
I got
I
23.
also rolled a 19 and I have +5, so 24.
I have a +0.
I'm a robot. I'm not helping.
You're a robot.
Father Christmas is standing with us right now.
Bro.
As this conversation is happening, and you see it, Mr. Black is sort of sat up and just. Ugh. Well, maybe you're right. And as you're talking, you hear from outside what essentially sounds like a loud boom. Not an explosion, but like, that was loud. As you also see at the doorway, Mrs. Blue over here, beckoning you all back out.
Miss Blue!
Miss Blue.
Yes, there is. Could you come outside with me just for 1 second?
With the wrong
And
person.
she also recommend to bring the other dude as well. She's here.
Okay.
And she looks at Mrs. Black, not in disdain, but almost in pity. Just, he's not going to be happy. You know that, right? Like, I don't expect him to be happy. And as they're talking to each other, and you go outside, and suddenly, as you're at the entrance, can pull back to the entrance of this building. You go outside and you understand what the bang is. Now, to one of you, this isn't a surprise. To Jingle,
Yeah.
you've seen him before. You know why he's called Big Red.
Oh! Is
As
it him?
he's outside,
It's
you
him.
see Father Christmas, or what is known to in Wonderland 2, Santa Claus.
I'm kneeling immediately.
Salute!
And the reason he's called Big Red is he's standing 20 feet tall, almost like a giant.
Good lord!
The moment I see him, I kneel.
Yes. Well, it seems you have been busy.
Of course.
Yes!
Now,
Just a nod.
now I couldn't get in there myself to sort it out, as you can clearly tell. And he's both 20 feet tall and built like Father Christmas, so he's
The large man!
very
Get the
large.
ruler out! That's a big boy!
He is a big boy. And you have done us a great, great service here. And as he's talking to you, he looks down to Mr. Black. So, I heard through some of my means, I'm not entirely sure how he knows how I had this conversation, just, you said we all sealed you away. He's the floor is, and Mr. Black looks up, just, you put me in that cave of nothing, and just, like, we didn't seal you away, you fool.
Oh,
Your magic was becoming too powerful for you to control. You were going mad. Your shadows were enveloping everything. You see there's almost confusion on his face. Black's face. Just, no, but you put me there. It's like, we were trying to drain some of your magic from you so you could come back. Like this, he's so, like, you see Father Christmas is so just, not disappointed, he's just confounded. That's how he saw this whole situation.
mm-hmm.
Yes, people were afraid of you. You were known to skulk in the darkness, but that's not a bad thing. Maybe some people were afraid of you, but the people who'd have heard those people were also afraid of you, so they left them be. It's not always a bad thing for maybe someone to be a little scary now and then. And you see Mr. Black sort of lowers his head, almost in shame, and starts contemplating something as he turns back to you four. And you see he kneels down slightly.
Still giant.
Oh, yeah.
You have to lay down to be eye level with it.
I'll be having more conversations with Mr. Black soon. He seems to need an extra bit of guidance on his way. But for all of you, I don't know if anyone else here could have done what you've done. And that means a lot. And he opens his hand. And his hand is massive, but on the end of each of his fingers, there seems to be a Christmas hat that you hold in front of you for.
Oh,
And as you look at the Christmas hat, you see now it's like a very beautiful shade of red, but the little like snowy pom pom at the end, instead of just being a straight normal pom pom, it has little like almost like a tiny snowstorm hovering around it. It's just these are marks. These are marks of holiday heroes.
oh,
He's at the thing.
he said the thing!
With these marks, the other holiday lords will know you are trustworthy folk.
Let's go.
We
And as he
say
hands-
Christmas.
And he hands them all out to you, and as soon as you put them on, you feel an energy, if you put them on, coming through you instantly. It
I will-
feels...
I will carefully and graciously accept
Yeah.
and just put it on.
You have to take it off the end of his finger, because he's holding them like 4 fingers out in front of you.
Probably
so you
is
grab them.
struggling to put it
So
around
big.
his icing helmet.
Say,
Ah,
How'd
Sir,
you do
Sir
it?
Crumbly. you need to take the helmet off, Sir Crumbly.
that's part of me.
Oh, well, then
Um,
that's an issue.
I would just... It squeezes it on top of the helmet.
Yeah, it's not going to get damaged. It's an incredibly magical item. It's fine. But when you put it on, you all anyone who puts it on immediately feels a surge of energy pass through you. What can only be described as pure holiday magic passing through you.
Let's go.
With these, if you ever had to visit another holiday lord for whatever issue they might have, this may help you fit in a little better. And essentially, what he's describing is this will also can let you transform into the form of something that makes sense in that holiday.
Oh,
Oh.
So, for example, if it was Halloween, you turn into like sheet ghosts and things and stuff like that.
Is it at will or is it just in the presence of one of the
It's at
lords?
will. There's a pure holiday of magic.
Fair.
And he goes to talk to Sir Crumley specifically.
oh!
And you, a holiday
Saluting the whole time.
a holiday spirit.
Yes.
And he puts basically puts a finger out in front of you,
Oh,
and you see like a flash of white, as you feel almost like a cold chill run through you, but not a horrible way, nay, like just ran out in the snow kind of way.
Mm.
And you just feel yourself become a Christmas spirit, not just a
Oh.
holiday spirit.
oh! This is the greatest honor that Sir Cumberly has ever befallen. The Canadian Eighth, thanks you, sir. The Canadian? the Peppermint Eighth?
Now, I must go and make preparations. We have a bit of a time gap to fill. But Christmas thanks you all.
Oh.
And you see, he just turns around. As he's turning, he just disappears into a plume of snowflakes. He's walking away. And is there anything you would like to say before the session ends?
This was
I-
very jolly.
Now,
I fixed his sled.
now I don't know about you guys. I feel like I could really go for a soda pop right now.
Sody pop it is!
And you all
Yeah.
head out to go... Sorry, go on first.
No, I was just gonna say that was it. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I just said no. That,
And you all head out to go and get a very well-deserved soda pop.
Yes!
We will end this session there.
That was very ho ho ho.
That was very joyful indeed.
that was amazing. I actually really like that.
Wholesome.
So, there's potential for this to continue into the other holidays into the year, such as Easter and Halloween, if people
I
would
will
like to
do.
do that.
Gladly.
Absolutely. Sir Crumley has not seen the end of his adventuring career.
But as it's the end of the session, we will go down the list of where we can find people. So, Cass, where can people find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky at CassBNKR.
And Nathan, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Claw the DM.
Rennie, where can people find you?
There's a couple places. I don't mean to fill up this bit of the video, but we have the Bunker Core Blue Sky account, the official one that was made. My personal account, which is Rennie, BNKR, and obviously everything here at the Bunker Core.
And also Bunker Discord server. Or Bunker Night.
Yes.
True. And Velvet, where can people find you?
2 places. One is Blue Sky at Velvet BNKR. The other is Twitch at Velvet BNKR.
Okay.
And of course, here and in the Bunker Core. Bunker Light. Yeah.
Okay. And with that, I'd like to say, firstly, there will be no main episode next week on Sunday the 29th of December, as we're having a week off for Christmas.
Christmas break!
Yeah.
But we will be uploading a small little thank you video for everyone who has watched us in the last few months of this channel.
Yes.
And
That
with
most likely means you.
I see what you did there.
And with that, goodbye and Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas!
Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.